When you live it, you must know where you come from.
Oh yeah, so true.
When you know where you come from, you can live a better life.
So true, speak.
When we hear we not get money, we want pay women, right?
Yeah.
By the time we get money, then we sell down a bit. Yeah, then they take Oakley. You know how many farmers they want to hear? I went to my wife, the farmer women I saw there, I wanted to come my way. I said, I want to marry 5 women. But you need, one woman there, you go marry. What's your name? We are here because we want to form the friends of Yaga, right? And informing the friends of Yaga, we want to join together, right? If the girl be all right, we need to have interest in the girl. The girl will not be all right, we want the girl for ourselves. I want to tell you for thank you. Of course, I came late, but it's never too late. Here come we all together. Here come we all together. We will be together. We are all here. We can all be together because we believe, forming the friends of Yaga here, we will be here all the time with you people. So we can be together. So, next week Sunday, we will be here. So when we come, I will bring 4 salad dressing and give it to the cheerleaders. So, I will bring 4 football. I will bring 4 football and give it to the cheerleaders. Because I don't want when farmer people coming, when handy people coming, they say we'll not get football. No. I don't want my
I will bring my bag.
Everybody, I can't get myself to be people. Because when you were the people will like you. It's not about money. It's about how well. Say that let my number here. Everybody, anybody that call me, I can answer. Let one person tell me that get my number, they call me, I know answer. Anybody call me, I will answer. When you ask me for one, I not get it, okay, I not get it. But my telephone, suppose I get my girlfriend somewhere, she want me to go to her quick, then no money on phone. Then she tells somebody number and call me, I not answer the phone. So, Charlie, I want to tell you thank you. Thank you for you and your people. Thank you for you and your people. Yeah? I can't remember maybe I'm too happy. But I told you I was coming way around to the office. I didn't even be our people to cancel. Yeah, but the pocket get there because you made them first. And myself made them first, so I'm not canceling too. So 2 are all wrong. And he said, no, my one will not be wrong. The child and myself will be wrong, right? So, to pay the fine, I will get $3,000 for the people to buy the water. I will also say, the people that keep on the Corinthians, the Mawa, the Handy, across the water, will give each of them $4,000 for transportation.
You don't have money.
Let me say thank you to you and your people. You stay here.
area who will deliver the keynote address.
Thank you very much. Please have your seats. Your Excellency, retired General Julius Maada Bio, President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, and distinguished members of your delegation, the honorable members of the Cabinet, members of the Diplomatic Corps, the permanent partners, the pro tem of the Senate, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, chiefs and elders, our vibrant youth, the media, fellow Liberians, and our brothers and sisters from Sierra Leone, ladies and gentlemen. It is both an honor and a pleasure to gather here today at a defining moment in our nation's journey toward development and progress. This occasion marks a significant milestone in our ongoing effort to deliver to the Liberian people what they rightfully deserve, and it reflects our resolve and responsibility to serve them. From the earlier days of campaign and in my messages to the nation, I made a firm commitment to prioritize the development of Liberia's road network and broader infrastructure. This commitment is about transformation. It is about opening our country and bringing relief to our people, especially those in the interior who, for far too long, have been effectively locked away because of the historical disrepair of our roads and decades of our rural neglect. This effort is also about enabling development, improving livelihoods, and ensuring that every Liberian, regardless of where they live, can access opportunities, markets, healthcare, and education. While we have made significant progress over the past 2 years, expanding our road network, and are about to deploy yellow machines nationwide, we must be honest about the scale of the challenges ahead. To date, of more than 14,000 kilometers of road nationwide, only 1,442 kilometers are paved, representing just about 10.26% of the total network. For a nation approaching 200 years of existence, this is simply intolerable. Yes, progress has been made for the past 2 years, but we must do more, and we will do more. We are determined to reverse these statistics and build a road network that meets the needs of and the aspirations of our people. This is a matter of respect for our people. It is therefore with great pride that I present this transformative road project linking Montserrat, Bomi, Grand Cape Mount, opening a vital gateway to Sierra Leone and the wider region. This moment is made even more significant by the presence of our brothers and sisters from Sierra Leone, led by His Excellency President Maada Bio. We are deeply honored by your presence. Our two countries are bound by not only shared borders, but also by deep cultural ties, family connections, and a common history. What we build here today will further strengthen those bonds. This road network, together with the planned Wanyama to Mendekoma corridor, will enhance cross-border trade, stimulate economic activity, and accelerate progress toward national development goals. This is a statement of intent by the government and the people of Liberia. The declaration that Liberia is moving forward, the commitment that no country, district, or citizen will be left behind. Through our partnership with Public Health Associates, under 25-year public-private partnership, we are mobilizing approximately $364 million United States dollars to build modern, durable roads that will reduce travel time, lower transportation costs, and unlike economic potential across our nation. People who that road I will eat, that road I will make you eat. But beyond asphalt and concrete, this project is about people. It is about people, their welfare. It's about putting dignity on the lives of our people. It will create more than 1,000 jobs for our young people. It will equip our workforce with new skills and bring markets closer to farmers, potential for healthcare, and children to school. My fellow Liberians, this project will be built to international standards with climate resilience, enhanced safety features, and long-time maintenance systems to ensure it serves not only this generation, but also generations to come. Construction begins now. By 2030, we expect to see a transformed Western corridor, one that drives trade, strengthens unity, and fuels national growth. I have told President Bio that what we have are not boundaries, they are linking points. So in conclusion, let us move forward together toward a future where every road leads to opportunity and every journey brings us closer as one.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on location where you're watching us from. This time, we'd like to say welcome to BKS TV and welcome to the Heat Hour program here on BKS TV. On the Heat Hour, we say dialogue in our confrontation, we say words in our bullet. For the break, sorry for the break you just experienced. Welcome to the Heat Hour program here on BKS TV. On the Heat Hour, we say dialogue in our confrontation, we say words in our bullet. The Heat Hour has been relayed on Voice of BKS in Butu Town, Nima County, and the Voice of Tapeta in Tapeta City, Nima County. On tonight's edition of the show, we will be hosting Mr. Van Gogh. Rispin. I hope I'm getting his name correct here. Mr. Rispin and Van Gogh. Mr. Rispin is a presidential candidate in the upcoming UNICO election. He will be joining us here tonight to ask the people to vote for him. He'll be telling us his manifesto and all of that. He's the head of Team Van Gogh. He's the head of Team Van Gogh. On the team, there are 5 candidates from the president, the vice president, the secretary general, the financial secretary, and then the parliamentary candidate too as well. The head of the team will be joining us here tonight as we go on with the show. But let's bring you some trending issues across Liberia. This is from Mark Jabate. You all know Mark Jabate. He writes, he says, "I'm in tears. My heart is broken. I have become a laughing stock. The peace building department was created by Francis Newland to get rid of me. My people of Bapolu, Bomic, and Grand Kitmore counties are in tears along with me." Okay. The Citizen Movement for Change suspends Honorable Jerry Koluba. I reaffirm commitment to rule of law and party discipline. The Citizen Movement for Change to its National Executive Committee has announced the indefinite suspension of
So presiding, we received a communication from the citizen of District 10, which is Commission.
Okay. How you receive it?
Through the office of the clerk.
So the reason I'm asking how you receive it was it the clerk was written in class sent it to you, or was it read by plenary and sent to the committee?
Yes, it was read in plenary and sent to the committee.
So it is a plenary menu to come to the committee.
Yes.
So when you say citizen of okay, reader, they say, but I know who opposed to the citizen.
Joppa Community Northeast 4 Roll of Southern Boulevard, Monrovia, Liberia, March 23rd, 2026. To the Speaker of the House of Representatives, the honorable members of the House of Representatives, the Inspector General of Liberia National Police, the Chief of Staff Armed Forces of Liberia, the Honorable Minister of the Ministry of Justice, Liberia. CC, the Director General of National Security Agency of Liberia, embassies of the United States.
Inquiry. Is that a letter written there?
Yes. Yes, sir.
But I'm hearing portfolio I say is addressed reading.
That's a letter, sir.
Would it add the season first? Yeah?
Yes, sir.
So leave the season, go straight into the communication, please.
Subject, formal complaint and call for investigation into alleged treasonable conduct by Yeke Koluba, representative District 10, Montserrat County. I write to formally bring to your attention a matter of grave national concern bordering on the sovereignty, security, and constitutional integrity of the Republic of Liberia.
Yeke has been suspended, so I mean, no need to go to that report again. My man Chris is here. Chris posted today. He says 2029. I don't know who the 2029 for. I don't know whether it's for the CDC coming back to power or it is for Chris Silly contesting electoral district 6. I don't really know. Chris, good evening and welcome to the show this evening. How you doing, Chief?
Yeah, good evening, John. Let me say good evening to our listeners and our followers. It's my pleasure once again to be here. And it's a great day. Yeah.
I don't know what is happening to my network. Grace, I'm not hearing you.
Are you getting me now, John?
And we will have DK on here tonight as a standby person. You will just listen to him, man. You will not be. Yeah, I don't know what is going on here.
So, are you getting me now, John?
No, let me go. Oh my God.
Or should I come back?
Armed personnel from the Republic of Guinea recently crossed into Liberia territory in what appears to be an unprovoked aggression and a clear breach of Liberia's sovereignty, under claims of territorial ownership. This development has understandably prompted high level of diplomatic engagement.
Well, Chris, let's try again. I don't know.
Are,
I,
are you
I don't
getting
know
me,
what
Gio?
is going on from my end.
Are you getting me?
Oh my God.
If you're not getting it, let me log out and come back.
You are coming in broken. And my
But
network is okay.
try DK, let's see if you get DK.
Yeah, log out and log back in. Let's see something. DK, if you are there, please. Even DK is sticking. Okay, DK, I think.
me, Chief?
Yeah, for you, you are okay. You are coming in very okay.
Okay. Yeah, when you bring Unico, I don't want to be here, so I'll just show face when your guest enter studio so I can leave.
Yeah, exactly. Because we don't want no politics being played and all of that. But you need
No,
to give me time.
the president
You
is
need
not
to
even contesting in the last one. I never wanted to be there. So Joe, I know my era. I know when to
Yeah,
speak, where to speak, when to appear, and where to appear.
so you know what you do for me? You gotta give me time and let me I'm officially inviting you to so that you can appear until that you are an independent candidate. You are not contesting on any team. So I think Baku, you're strong. Oh. You're not contesting on any team. You need to appear here to let the NEMA people know what you have in line for them, what you have in your package for them, so that you can convince them.
Why you not even asking my own picking quiz that why he not supporting me? You care to ask him?
No, I've not asked Chris yet because we've not bring any candidate on the show. But tonight, since we're bringing candidate, we'll ask him who is he supporting in the election. So, Chris, please do us the due diligence and tell the public who are you supporting in the upcoming election.
But getting me now, right?
Don't go to other candidate ask me why you not supporting DK. What? I'm here, then you want to go look for thing and I hear you. I'm talking about myself.
Gio, are you getting me? Okay. Thank you. I think DK getting me, Gio. He left, but again, it's a great time for all to be here. DK is my former brother-in-law, or he's still my brother-in-law. I'll be here. When we reach to the ballot box, we do the final determination there. But everybody in the race and they are all beautiful.
My man, no, you have to make your stand. Who you voting for?
That's why I said I'm neutral in the process. I remain neutral because everybody who contesting the election, they are all my good friends that have worked with for the past 3 to 4 years. And again, when we are at a critical junction in the border politics of Unico, sometimes we are careful. We don't want to hurt somebody's feelings as we did before because we got experience from ASE campaign. And some of the people on the other side don't talk with us today. So we are careful now on how we go by doing some of these things. But again, everyone that are good sons of NEMA, good daughters of NEMA. Any of them have the opportunity to win tomorrow. We pray that they serve the interests of the NEMA people. So again, we reach them well. My only thing I keep telling most of the candidates, let them preach peace, let them preach unity, because for the past couple of days, what we've been seeing in the chat room, I don't think it's supposed to be so, because we don't want to tear the organization that we intend to serve or to lead. When we start to tear the process or the system, when you win tomorrow, then that is going to be red and blue, and which we don't want in Unico. Again, we that only fans are watching the process. We'll keep pushing the message, and again, we wish them the best. CEO.
You wish them the best. You think you bad politician now? You beating around the bush anyway. Man, you got ambition. So I don't know what's hard there for you to say who you. Before we bring our guests on, so folks here, welcome to BKS TV. This is the Heat Hour where we come on here to discuss everything. Tonight we have our brother here, Mr. Vangon. I'm not going to attempt to say the first name. I'll allow him to do it when he come on.
It's Rickman.
Oh man, I didn't ask you. I said a guess. So we have this wonderful show tonight. It's going to be great. We will be having a lot of conversation, a lot of intellectual conversation. He's a fiery guy. He will be giving his platform. The good thing is I was telling him when I spoke with him that Unico now is a little different because now we have our own NIMBA platform where people are following from around NIMBA County this show. So we look forward to having him. I want to say thanks to all of you for watching. This show is being relayed on Voice of BKS in Butu, obviously, and then Voice of Tapeta and around NIMBA County. We have thousands of people that follow the show and view the show on a daily basis. So it will be informative tonight, and I trust our guest's ability to be able to prefer his message. So without going further, I'm going to have to bring our guest on, and we'll start from there. Our host is having some technical difficulties here. Our guest got me some music. We got some music from his team. We're trying to upload them into our studio, and we'll start going from there. It's going to be a great show. We look forward to having this really great one-on-one meeting with our brother. How you doing, my brother, Mr. Vangon? How's it going?
Doing pretty well. The day is going well. Just winning here in the state of North Dakota. Yeah, but everything is going pretty well here.
So I heard Fargo. You don't have a long summer over there. Just 2 months summer, and then you go back into your winter.
Well, you know that we are closer to Canada. We are, of course, we are in the northern part of America. So, that's something that we are prepared for a lot of the time. So it's not just strange to us. We're used to it.
Yeah, used to it. I used to live in Indiana for years and years and years, so I know what the code is like. So tonight we have your current VP from Fargo there. He's on here with us, Chris. So I won't ask him a lot of questions. I don't know what kind of question he got for you, but we're still the man here to join the conversation. So
I still the XG, there is something to confirm that. So let me correct that.
Well, whatever the role is, you got some connection. But welcome to the show, my brother. It's good to have you, and I want to say thanks so much for accepting our invitation. This is our NIMBA platform. Unico stands for NIMBA. It has to do everything with NIMBA. So obviously, coming on NIMBA platform, your own platform to speak to your people is a great opportunity, and we look forward to hearing you tonight, hearing your platform, making your case as to why others should vote for you. We are hoping to have some type of debate or town hall with all of you presidential candidates on here before the election. But again, we're still working on that. So welcome to the show. We do have our followers, as we always do. We start by asking our guests to introduce themselves. So if you don't mind, for the sake of our followers, introduce yourself. Let them know who you are, where you're from, where you currently live, a little history, a little background, and then so forth.
Well, thank you so much, Aaron. It's a pleasure to be on your platform. And like I said to you on the phone, this is our own NIMBA County platform, and it's a need that we all help to promote it, so they can be global. And I'm happy to be here. When the call was placed to me, I said, well, we have to go there and let our people in NIMBA County know. Of course, we don't see competition here. We see ourselves, at the top, So, well, but with an introduction, my name is Rick Pant Yan Vengon. I was born in NIMBA County, to be specific, in Gatengamo. Onto the University of Mr. Sid Vengon, specifically. I am a father of 3 biological children and 2 adopted. Educationally, I hold a master's degree in biblical counseling from the North Carolina Theological Seminary, and a bachelor degree in theology from the Christian Seminary, and a diploma in or a certificate in Christian ministry from North Carolina Theological Seminary, respectively. I have worked in so many leadership, served in so many leadership positions, served as a president of the United NEMA Citizen Council North Dakota chapter for 2 terms. I served as a board chairman of the United Liberian Association here in North Dakota, and other organizations are serving leadership positions. And so we are here to tell our people our ambition to take in, UNICO national leadership. And I'm glad to be here.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We have our host here. I'm just stepping in. So let's see if he can hear us and if he's able to take over.
Thank you. Thank you, CEO. I think I'm hearing you from this end, but you will have to take over from the back because I'm joining as a third party. Mr. Rick Ban, is that your name?
Absolutely, that's my name.
Great. Rick, welcome. Thank you for being on the show here tonight. I want us to go firstly to your manifesto. Tell us about your manifesto first, and let's start the conversation from there.
Thank you so much. And so one of those things, these things that we have on our platform, the new things that we're bringing on board, I call it a new deal for UNICO. The first thing we're going to look at if we take over as president of the United NEMA Citizen Council, UNICO, and we'll look at the completion of the Women Empowerment Project. The building is there. The money was raised from every chapters and every members of our organization, and we put a building down and the seating and everything. But it is not all to it. We need materials to go into the building. We need other programs that will come up in the building in order to help our people in NEMA. So how will we complete the building and sustain the building? We're going to come up with a program. We're going to come up with a program, for example, how we raise the funds. We're going to come up with a program to help us sustain and maintain that building. Now, one of those things that we're going to do is we look at the website of UNICO. There where we're going to raise some of the funds. We're going to raise the fund. That's why we brought a man, a young and energetic, very innovative son of NEMA, Mr. Jenkins Bakar, who is our general secretary. We're going to revamp our UNICO website. Now, if you look at UNICO website, you only see pictures. You don't see anything very important that donors can look at and even donate. So we're going to revamp our website, and by revamping our website, putting our project that we are undertaking on our website, that will also help us to raise funds to sustain our building. And not only that, we have a financial secretary who is very innovative when it comes to raising funds and connect with other organizations to help us, initiate when it comes to grant writing. We're going to be writing grant in order to help us sustain our building in NEMA County. We need computer. We need computer. We need vocational activities to go into the building. So we are connected to other organizations that we are already talked to, that when we win, they're going to help us to donate some computers, to donate other materials that will go in that building to help our people learn, to help our people become self-sufficient. Now, how will we also sustain the building? Let's look at NEMA County. When there's a saying that says that when somebody is washing your back, he or said to you, got to help, wash your back. We're going to have an annual fundraising in NIMBAC, where we're going to have all of our representatives, our senator coming, to help us raise for to sustain our building. So a lot of ways we can do what we would do to sustain the building over there. So we're going to help to complete the Women Empowerment Project. And that is one of the things we're going to do. The next thing we're going to do is that we're going to also chapters empowerment. UNICO have 14 chapters. And out of the 14 chapters, now, only a few are active. chapters only can pay their due, and after they pay 250 hour due, definitely they become active. No, chapter go through struggles, they go through things, a lot of things that chapter goes through. Chapter only come to convention every year and gave their report. When a chapter gave the report, this is how much we raised, and this is what we are going through, and that is the end. The whole year, nobody knows what the chapter go through. When we take office as a president, I will pay my own way, go from chapter to chapter, sit with chapter president, ask them what are those the challenges that they go through every day, and they would tell me what all they are going through, and I will mark it down, and we help them organize a program, raise money, and we raise that money will remain with that chapter to carry on its project. Not only that, we're going to expand UNICO chapter to all states that we do not have UNICO. Now, I have spoken with I think two persons from one from South Dakota, and I told him, I said, well, is there any need that you can organize the Nimbaans over there that we can establish, and you can put them together, we can have a coordinator over there for the Nimapo to come together, and they got consented. So we're going to also expand UNICO in other states and empowering our chapters. One of the major things. My brother, chapter go through a lot. Now, you want a chapter to undertake a project, but what are you doing as a national leader to empower them? You want chapter to come for convention. What are you doing as a national leadership to empower them? You want for chapter to pay dues. The chapter pay dues, yeah, they will pay the due, but do you know what they go through? Some of these chapters only have 15 members. Some of them only have 10 members. Now, to even put the 10 members together is very, very hard. So we will go there, sit with the people, give for your calendar or event, what you plan to do, and we will go there and make sure they are connected to all our local organizations. We'll connect them to all our local organizations, organize a program, help them, raise funds, and empower them. Because national is a conglomeration of chapters. Without chapters, there will be no UNICO national. So these are some of the things that we bring in, to our NEMA people. What are some of the things we bring in? On our platform, we're going to have an independent auditor. Now, you see, we must be transparent to our people. Transparency is what we stand for. We're going to have an independent auditor. I will make, as a president, I will make my report to the board, a comprehensive financial report to the board. But we need somebody from outside, somebody from outside that will come as independent auditor to audit my administration, make their report to the board, and after making a report to the board, then we make our comprehensive financial report to the General Assembly. So we have check and balance it.
Before you continue with the issue of check and balance, before you continue, let me ask you this question. You talk about you having independent financial auditor to audit your administration. What about the outgoing administration? If you are elected, will you audit them?
We will also, definitely, we will also audit the outgoing administration. Yes. Our administration is going to do that.
Okay, go ahead.
We'll have an independent auditing body that will audit our administration, make report to the board, and then we make report to the General Assembly. We're also going to be giving quarterly comprehensive financial report with receipts. Now, if we say we spend $5,000, that $5,000 might be accompanied by receipt. If we buy one pen, we should have a receipt for that pen. If we buy a copybook, we should have a receipt for that copybook. And not just to give financial updates. No, we will give that comprehensive financial report to our people, followed by documents that will help our people that we are transparent and we are ready to lead in the right way. We're also going to have what we call annual UNICO Day. Now, during UNICO Day, we only have convention in a year. After that 1 year convention, what happens to the rest of the month? Everybody go back to their various chapters and say that nothing happened. So we're going to have Unico Day. Unico Day is the day where all Nimbayans will come together and our children will display our culture. I mean, I can't born a child and my child doesn't know where he or she come from. They will display our display our culture, our Nima culture, how we do things in Nima County. And that event will also be a fundraising event. We'll raise funds there to sustain our organization. So people should know when Unico was founded. I am still trying to find out, ask question the other time. Tell me the exact time that Unico was founded. We need to celebrate Unico Day. We need to celebrate the day Nima County was founded. So our children will know where they come from, their roots. So Unico Day will go across the 14 or 15 chapters that we have. It will go across every state, and people will know that we have a Nima organization in this place. We will also have a what I call Unico TV, and that's where every time, that doesn't mean we'll not go on other platform, but we'll have a Unico TV. I have a secretary who is very innovative.
You want to take over now?
No, I have a secretary who is very innovative. We're going to have a Unico TV. We'll use Unico TV platform to even raise funds online. That people from the other countries, like Canada, like Australia, they will come and help us raise funds. Unico TV. People have to come every day. Unico progress. We have to keep updating our people of Nima County. We got to keep updating our people across the United States what Unico is doing. So we'll have that Unico TV. I have a secretary that is on board and is very innovative, and he's ready to do that. We'll also have what we call database system. Remember, every Unico member we need to have a record on every Unico member. A modernized secretarial system that every secretary in every chapter will come together and they will give us their record. We need to have record on our members. We do not have that. So if my brother Arvin says he is part of Unico, we must know that Arvin is indeed part of Unico with record. So these things that we bring it on board, we believe that by implementing if our people elect us, they will never regret. Nima County, we will have study and take my feasibility study, look at various cities, big cities, and we can have Unico coordinators. Now, we only have one representative in Nima County. The big city, the Tapeta, they need to have Unico represented there. People in Tapeta need to know about Unico. People in other cities need to know about Unico. So we'll have various coordinators there. When we go in there to celebrate Unico, we go in there for our fundraiser. We go in there, carry the annual convention in Nima County. All the coordinators will motivate our people to come together. Let people know that there is an organization that was established here in the United States that is there for the people, there to help the people. So we are telling our people, vote Team Vengon with such vision that will bring it on board, that will help our organization to move forward. So make no mistake to vote for people who do not have the kind of mindset that we have. We have the mindset to revamp our organization. Breaking unity.
Thank you.
This is something that we want to bring all of our people together, unite them from state to state. Let them know that we have what we call a county called Nima County. Thank you very much.
Thank you very, very much. I mean, we have a lot of questions to ask you here tonight. But let me start firstly with your team. You are going with a full team, and the way you speak tonight of them, the vote will be done individually. You will be voted upon your position and not based on a team. Let's say, for example, maybe your Secretary General doesn't win the election, or your vice president doesn't win the election, and another person win the election, will you be able to work with those people, even though they are coming from different teams?
Well, yes, if my secretary doesn't, which I know my secretary will win, but just in case, God forbid, just in case my secretary doesn't win, and I have another secretary, yes, we all going to work together. It's about NIMBA. We do not have personal issue, but I know for sure my secretary is not going to lose.
Now, on the scale of 1 to 10, how will you rate this current administration, the outgoing leadership?
Well, the outgoing scale of 1 to 10, how would I rate them? The outgoing leadership, I will give them a 60. I will get a 6. 1 to 10, I will get a 6 because the rest of it, they didn't do well.
So what are those things that they didn't do well in, and when you are elected, you will do well in them?
Number one, the outgoing administration. The outgoing administration was not proactive when it comes to the unity of chapters. Lot of confusion in most some of the chapters today. They were not reaching out to chapter to know what is going on in the various chapters. And you cannot run Unique National without the chapters. Financially, they were not helping chapters. They only wanted chapter to pay dues. But chapters struggled to pay due. Some of us here, the chapters have invited me. I have gone for the program, United. Best fun for them. Because when you empower the chapter, it will make them happy to help you accomplish your dream as a president. Because without that, you cannot do it. The outgoing leadership was not proactive in doing that. No. So at the end of the day, what happened? More chapters struggle. And they want chapter to undertake project. How will chapter undertake project? Now, the outgoing leadership gave her a financial report that was not backed by documents. So we say no. Now, if you say you spend 10,000, we need to see the receipt of that 10,000. We need to see the receipt. It wasn't done. So our leadership is saying, when we come, we're going to do that. If we spend $5, we're going to show receipt of that $5. So people will know how their money is spent. So just to tell you some of the things that they did not do, that make us to step forward, and we're going to do more.
What will be your relationship with the people back home in Nima County in Liberia if elected?
We're going to be very cordial. We're going to be very, very cordial. In fact, the name Vengon is a household name. As Senator Koga, as Honorability, it's a household name. It's going to be very, very cordial. In fact, we're going to visit Nima County and go from village to village, from town to town, letting our people know that this is your leader that have come to you. We're going to take Unico to the people. We will not wait for people to come to us. So our relationship with Port Nima is going to be very, very cordial, and dear brother.
What is one thing that the public should hold you back tomorrow if you are elected and you don't do some of these things that you are saying you will do?
Now, one of the things that they should hold us responsible, if we talk about the giving, because that's what people will look at. We talk about giving financial report. If we don't do it with receipt, let them hold us responsible for that. Now, we talk about chapter unity and empowering chapters. If we don't do it, let them hold us responsible for that. And I know for sure we are going to do it.
Thank you very much. I will stop here for now. CEO, welcome. Let's welcome Mr. Sewate Zoget Tour. You guys can ask your question. You know, Riskma Nyavengon. Riskma
Yes.
Nyavengon is the presidential candidate on the Team Vengon ticket. And he's here tonight to discuss their manifesto. They will be contesting, they are contesting in the UNICO national election. The election is slated for the 24th of May, 2026. See you, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, we on the side, we in America, you sort of give a chance for us to ask our question. Kigali, man. Just kidding though. You're doing good. Great setup there. I think you guys music in the back there too. So we'll try to play there. You know, when I call, you know, the good thing I see about our brother movement is the zest he has. You know, the energy he has is unmatched. You know, when I call him, what he said was, you know, we're just waiting for inauguration now. Yeah. Imagine, all that thing just talking at you. He said, my brother, we're just waiting for inauguration now. But that's good though. That's good, being optimistic and believing in yourself. That's what sets leaders apart. Yeah, but so my question is, you know, I listened to one of your podcasts you had it last time, and it was brief, but I listened to it and you went really hard on the outgoing president.
Yes.
One of your issues you had with him was the most recent trip to Liberia.
Mm-hmm.
You again, correct me if I'm wrong here. You said it was misplaced. UNICO here never agreed. There was not in agreement with the body here. They went there on their own, but decided to represent UNICO. And also, you said, you know, why they're doing that now? They want to go, I think, visit PYJ's area there. Why they're doing that now when he was alive? They didn't do it. So, what's your issue with that? Just because I think that stood out to me when you were having your podcast, and I just thought to ask you why you think they did that and what did they do wrong? Because the president was here the last time, and when we're asking, the president said that, you know, the trip was previously planned, but then COVID came and then they had to cancel it. They had their tickets and everything, so they went on their own trip. But because they went on their own trip, they also decided to go visit the site. It was 85% complete. And for us too, we have a record of BKS followed the whole movement. I think certain area that went there, they said something about UNICO and something about on behalf of UNICO. So I'm not going to put words in your mouth here, but what was your disagreement with that? What's your dissatisfaction?
Okay, what I said specifically was that I did not. What I said specifically is that I said in my podcast, the trip to Liberia was nicodemously done.
Okay, yeah, I think that's the word you use. Yeah.
Now, this trip was planned with the agreement of everybody, the entire membership, to go to Liberia in March and dedicate the Women Empowerment Center. Now, due to the ICE issue, the executive and the board, they agreed that because of the prevailing situation at that time, the trip should be canceled. The president made the announcement that the trip, I bought my ticket to go, that the trip is canceled for time indefinite due to the situation. The president did not make it clear to us that certain group of people, including him, will go to Liberia, do assessment on the project, and go to other area in the name of UNICO, in the name of the organization. He did not make it clear to us. When I was not even the one who raised the issue, it was one of the board members, the guy is the secretary on the board. So they got posted in the chat room. But what are we saying? We are seeing a delegation in Liberia, and we see people coming to welcome them. And it said UNICO national leadership is here. And we see that it was well organized. And at the same time, we everyone of Upland to go. At the same time, they left. So that caused some of us surprise. Now, as a sitting president, you must be clear to your people. Even though you said you use your own money, you did not send a budget to the board. But how can our president, the vice president, the project director, the board chairman, how can they leave our organization, go to Liberia in the name of their own initiative by using UNICO name? That was not right. That was a dead service to the people of Nema. I spoke against it. A lot of people who just seen picture in the chat room. And they went to I think one of the town, Tapeta, and the project there, and they went to meet with representatives and the Women Empowerment Project. You don't, no. When we cancel the trip, you want some delegation to go to Liberia, you have to be clear to the people of Nema. You can't leave her in doubt. So I consider it that it was Nicodemously done. That was my issue. You have to be clear to us.
Thank you. That's great. You know, I'm glad you clarified that it was due to the ICE issue. I stand to be corrected. It was not COVID, as I previously stated. Yeah. So based on what you said, was lack of communication, clear communication there. That, you know, this is what they were doing. So now to my next question here. So you are contesting against the outgoing president's VP, right? So yeah, so it's going to be basically the continuation of, because he said it here, right? He was on the show, he said it, continuation of their work that they have done. And he also said they have worked so hard that they don't want to give the some leadership that is not going to be able to implement everything that they have worked for over the years to give them power. So that would be either you or the other person that's going to win. As you said, you're just waiting for inauguration. So we hold you by a word there. What sets you apart from this person that you're contesting with? Because this person is the replica, or is going to be walking the footstep of her, her president, who's also going out. How do you sell yourself? What do you tell to the people that you are different from this administration and you will do things better?
My brother, let me first of all say, if the president said he's carrying his VP because he want his government to continue, that just shows to me that the president is taking the organization to be his own organization. Right after him, Molaki found a government that right after another president you filed without looking at the democratic process, that this thing, when your term finished, you should get out and other people get there. It's also, he also tried to downplay the ability of others. And I think that the president didn't do well in that, my brother. We have given 4 years to President G and the current vice president. Before I come to that, 2024, when the convention was coming, I was asked to run. And I said, I'm not running against them because we had to give them the chance. We gave them the chance. What set it apart? Vanguard is an innovative leader, a man who makes things happen, a man who, when you call anytime, any hour, he will be there at your door. I have helped to empower chapters within our organization. One is Minnesota. Minnesota called me. And when they called, they sent me invitation. I went there. I put up my people. We went there and we raised more funds for them. That's a local chapter president. We raised more funds for them. I just handled the microphone one time and I spoke. Thousands of dollars came. That is kind of charisma we have when it comes to that. Now, I'm very good at connecting people. Is the current vice president, does she have that charisma? No, she doesn't. I have gone with the current vice president. I have gone with her for on the program. I haven't seen her doing that. In fact, at the end, I don't want to get called to always help and raise one for the chapter. Not only that, my brother, the work that we have done here. I served as a president here in North Dakota for 2 terms. My brother, taking the organization from nowhere, just from 20 to 30 membership. Now we have over 100 plus to 200 human beings. Members, due paying members. Not only that, my brother, we took our other unique North Dakota organization from nothing in the account. Right now, I resign with 43,789. Now, this is a leader. This is kind of leader that our people want. Now, the VP, what her record when it comes to her own constituents? She hasn't done that. Her impact into local chapters, it's not seen. You can't see it anywhere. But Van Gogh impact into local chapter, Minnesota, Georgia, or Iowa, they can attest to that. So we have leaders who believe in uniting people. We are leaders who believe in influencing people for the work to be done. We are selfless leaders. Thank you very much, my brother. Those characteristics set us apart. And I will tell our people, this is the kind of leader you need. Rick Nya Van Gogh.
Thank you. This is the kind of leader you need, Unico, Rick Nya Van Gogh, the energetic presidential candidate. I'll ask my last question, and I told Junior, I said, we're having a fiery show tonight. Welcome to the show, my brother George. You know, George is from the other side, so I know George is going to be asking some.
Wait, that George Flomo?
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm ready. John, welcome, John. Welcome, my dear brother.
Thank you.
Gonna give you the time tonight. You know?
We have a lot of folks watching, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Let's put the information out. So here's my last question before we go to Dr. Siawete. You know, Unico, I asked George this question. I also asked the president this question. Unico, again, I'm not familiar. I'm just learning it, right? Unico has this policy where when new leadership come in, you have to complete whatever project that is on ground that you have on books. You have to complete that first before you establish your own project. So the Women Empowerment Project now is 85% almost done. So if you come over, if you happen to be elected and you take over, you have almost a completed project to complete. Now, what would be your signature project that if you complete the Women Empowerment Program project, what would be your signature project from your own, from the Van Gogh's administration that you will be able to implement that will be impactful both in Liberia and the United States?
Well, one of the things that we our Women Empowerment Project is 85%, where I don't think so, but we got a lot of work to do there anyway. You know, that's why we're going to come into a leadership to complete it. Well, our signature project, especially in Nimba, what we have cataloged, on our paper, we are thinking about building a dormitory, my dear brother, anywhere, either Seneca or anywhere, my brother. There's a man who is teaching, teaching at the college. They must be somewhere. We are thinking about building dormitory to have a student exchange program there in Nima County. That will be our signature project in Nimba. We have it on our manifesto. So we're going to build a dormitory to help our people. Now, what did I in the United States? So one of the things that we're thinking that we stay working on in the United States, like I said, is that we are going to be bringing our people together. Our focus will be mostly on Nima County. Yes, we'll focus on our people here. The livelihood of our people here must be improved. We must improve the livelihood of our people. We will go from chapter to chapter to making sure that they are well organized and well taken care of. If chapter owner take a project over there, we're going to help them to implement that project. So a lot of things that we have to do, my dear brother. And this is Van Gogh. It's ready to do that, to move Unico forward.
Thank you. I'll stop here and then let the host get the other guys in.
Thank you very much. Let's welcome Mr. George Flomo to the show here this evening. But before we go to CWT, I'd like for us to go for this break. We have Rickman Van Gogh here tonight. Rickman is
Rickman Yan Van Gogh. I like the middle name, Yan Van Gogh.
Okay, Yan Van Gogh. Rickman Yan Van Gogh is here tonight. Rickman is contesting for the presidency seat at UNICO. We go for this break and we'll be right back. Stay with us.
The time for unity is now. The time for true leadership is here. Team Van Gogh, rising. Team Van Gogh, they unify, breaking walls that separate, building bridges that unite. UNICO. Team Van Gogh, the answer. Nimba, your answer is here. Together we rise, together we lead. Team Van Gogh, the answer.
And so Nimba County, the answer is here. Rickman Yan Van Gogh is on the show tonight, and the show has been relayed on Voice of BKS in Wuto Town, Nimba County, and on Voice of Tapeta in Tapeta City, Nimba County too as well. CWT, welcome. Let's hear you, Chief.
Thank you, Gian. Good evening to the CEO and the Honorable Rickman Yan Van Gogh and Mr. George Flomo. I mean, it's a pleasure to be on the platform tonight, this evening. You know, it's good to showcase our organization. I think what is happening tonight is historic because people who want to lead our community now are showcasing what they will do for our people. I think this is welcoming. And Mr. Van Gogh, we want to say this is your home and feel at home. Actually, I'm impressed by, your output tonight. You seem very charismatic. I don't know whether you are a preacher or so. I don't know, but from the way you speak, you sound a little charismatic. I followed most of and some of the conversation in the chat room of recent. And I think you are one of the candidate that is also making headway, I must admit. But I want to ask you first, let's start with your chapter, then we can go down to, what you want to do for the national body. I know from what I've heard, you are being the president for the North Dakota chapter. So I wanted to know, as current president of North Dakota chapter, what are your top 3 measurable achievement currently in the North Dakota chapter?
Okay, first of all, let me say I'm a former president now. Because I called into a UNICO person. Yeah, because I had to step down in order to contest.
Okay.
Yes, so I have my vice president, that he have stepped forward. And so we just resigned this time. So what did we do in North Dakota here? The first thing we did.
Top 3 measurable, yeah.
Yeah. The first thing through our leadership when I was president, I was able to reunite our people, revamp the entire UNICO North Dakota. Because UNICO North Dakota was absolutely down due to the challenges that was faced by our predecessor. So UNICO was down. So when we took over as president, along with my team, we went from house to house and we brought our people together. And today we have more than 100 plus members, because without the members, you cannot have organization. The next thing we did was that taking the organization with nothing in the account based on the challenges faced by our predecessor, through our leadership, we were able to raise the organization income currently, as I resign, with 43,889 cents. The third thing we did was that we connect our organization with all the local librarian organizations here in North Dakota. That UNICO North Dakota is the most vibrant, well-organized, and most supportive organization in the state of North Dakota. There is no organization in the state of North Dakota that you can compare with UNICO. So we're able to expose our organization up there. Now, after doing that, we dug down a project to undertake, which our next administration is going to carry on that project. So that's the work that we did here. And I prompted our people to say, hey, there is a need that you go out there, you go up there and do the work that you have done here and continue it.
Thank you. I think that's a great achievement. So, you know, I wanted to ask you, you lay out all of the good thing, the role you have played as president, and all the achievement you have had. I want you to be very blunt to this platform and to the people of NIMBA. What challenges did you face in that role, and how did you resolve them, if there was any?
Sarah, one, for our people to even come for meeting, it was hard. You know, some people will reach out to them, they will say, "How UNICO there? And we didn't get time for it. How UNICO there? We didn't get time for it." So I said, what will we do in order to keep our people together? So I talked to my guys who went from house to house using money from our own pockets, using money from my pocket, from my leadership, buying water, buying rice, buying everything. And we'll just call you and say, today we're coming to your house and donate it to them. Then to maintain them coming for meeting, I use money from my own pocket. Every time our people come for meeting, they will eat, they will swallow GB. I will spend 200, 300, 400 to keep our people together, because it was hard for them to come together, for us to get even members. Now, then when it comes to finance, for our people to pay, it was really challenging. It was hard. It was really, really hard to even raise that money. So what I did was that just to have to depend on the due payment, for just challenging our people all the time, just pay this or pay this. So I came up with a program. Now, you know what? We're going to have a program, a Queen Contest. So we came up with a Queen Contest that helped us to raise more money and sending letter to all our organizations to come and help us to raise money. So I have some of these things, we resolve it. And today we are standing on the top.
Thank you. My last question before going to the next panelist, John, sorry, host. I know the CEO.
No, you guys are the one that have the vote for me here and the people in Liberia.
My man, you got zero vote.
You're not voting. You need to ask all the hard questions, and then the people will be able to answer them. And the good thing about it is that you know the man that is speaking, you're in the group chat. So all the bad thing that he can do there, please bring it outside of the people know. I beg you, Chief.
Yeah, so Mr. Vengon, thank you very much. All of your answers, I think, is well placed. You know, the CEO asked you about what, I think if I'm not mistaken, he asked you about what differently will you do. Where my question comes from is this: UNICO in time past and up to now have been actually depending on due in terms of fundraising. And you, for one, is also a chapter president, and that's one of the challenges that is being faced mostly by leaders. And you are testifying to tonight. The issue of due payment is one of the challenge, and you are going nationally now. I want to know, beyond the due payment, what different will you do to raise funds for UNICO?
So, like I said, we're going to have what we call annual Unico fundraiser, blend with Unico Day, that we're going to organize, and that event will help us raise money. We're going to also initiate grant writing. We're going to have a team of grant writers that are going to help us to write grant, to bring funds into the organization. And also, we have a website, but right, it's just that sometimes we overlook at the website, but website is one of the areas that you use also to raise money for people to donate. And so we're going to revamp our website for people to come and donate. Then we're going to have, after every 6 months, we're going to have a platform, online fundraiser. The online fundraiser is where we're going to have connect to all citizens of Nimba from every state, every country. Country. That platform will be a big platform where we're going to be asking people to donate to UNICO, because it's a non-profit organization. All we can do is to take donation from people. So this is form to bring income into the organization, instead of just depending on you, waiting for a member to pay $100 in a year time, or just collecting birthday money in the chat room. It's not only all to it. Now, what time would I wait for my birthday to come before we collect birthday money? So we're going to be initiating all of these things to raise fund for our organization.
Thank you. I think in your wisdom, that's a practical fundraising strategy beyond the due. So yes. I think for now, we will move to the host, and then you can usher in our next panelist. But thank you. As we go on, we will quiz you, to hear from you as much as possible. Thank you.
You quiz it, man. You quiz it, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Siawete. Mr. George Flomo. George, welcome. Let's hear you, Chief.
Thank you, Gian. Thank you, President Van Gun. It's good to see you. Thank you, CEO.
Good to see you, brother.
Always holding this down. Siawete, my friend, it's always good to interact with you on this platform. Mr. Van Gun, we really admire you for just taking up that time and your energy to come on this show and just lay out your platform to the Nimba people. But there are a few clarifications that I just want to make before I ask you my question. Number one, you talk about the trip to Liberia. That trip to Liberia, I was personally in communication with you. Even before I left Liberia, I told you that, hey, I think it's going to be even more beneficial to you for us to come on this trip to do a knee assessment. And you backed down, you said, because you are so scared of ice. So that one is fine. And then the next thing, so the next thing to that is the trip to Liberia was more of going. I was there personally to see my family. But when this leadership lived well with the people, you saw how we were welcome in every town, every villages, all of that. So it was not like it was a pre-planned engagement. It was just that the community knew that we were coming to town, and then all of them came together. However, you know that for your chapter, North Dakota, you talk about leadership, especially national, not supporting local chapters. For your chapter to be very vibrant today, it was this administration that took the very first convention into North Dakota. We pull people from all walk of life to open that chapter up. And today, that chapter has become one of the most successful chapters in the history of UNICO. So sometimes when we have to give credit to people, let's be honest in our, just within our assessment, because UNICO National took that very first convention. There have been no convention in the history of UNICO in North Dakota, and we made that happen. I voted for you when we went to Kentucky, and I believe that it is time for us to open North Dakota chapter, and that's what we did. When you talk about the financial situation where you said we give financial report without documentation, and I already asked you, Mr. President, to already talk to your board members who are representing your chapter, because they receive thousands of supporting documents when it comes to that financial report. So I think it's going to be a little bit of a disservice, Honorable, that you will just say something without actually checking with your board member as well. Now, let's go back to your chapters. I know it's going to be a good conversation. I don't want to, because you are my guest here tonight. Now I can't be going back and forth with you in this kind of. But let's have a good conversation.
I'll just make clarity. That's all.
So, Mr. Van Gun, you took over North Dakota chapter. You boasted that you have $40,000 sitting over there. When was the last time you went NIMBA to do a knee assessment? You want to run Unico. Unico, pretty much half of our activities in NIMBA. When was the last time you were in NIMBA and took a tour of NIMBA to really see and really see for yourself the actual folks that you are trying to help? When was the last time you went to NIMBA?
Thank you, Josh. Thank you very much for the question. Very simple to answer. Let me first of all, before I answer your question, my dear brother, let me clarify something that you said about taking opening North Dakota chapter. I want to say that, my dear brother, it is not truth. National did not open North Dakota chapter. North Dakota chapter was already in existence. Just so you know, we have leadership here. We have leadership that was managing North Dakota. But based on the challenges they face, you could not see North Dakota at the national level like that. When we went to Kentucky at that time, National did not give us the convention. George, I want you to be clear to the people that when we go for Unico National Convention, we have what we call voting process. It is a democratic process that we go through before a chapter hosts a convention. So when we went to Kentucky, we went into an election, and it was our first time, yes, to host convention, but we were able to mobilize 4 presidents. We were able to mobilize to win the minds of the people of NIMBA. And they voted for overwhelmingly to bring the convention here. So National did not give us convention. No, they did not prioritize or say, yes, we want a convention to go to North Dakota. No, we worked for it. We went for a 3 election and we won it. And for the first time in history, for Unico National to raise 56,000, that was in North Dakota. And how did you raise that money? Yeah, due payment was there. Chapter paid their dues, member paid their due, but you saw our relationship with organization here. Our organization that we have had relationship with came and donated thousands of dollars to Unico National. We have never seen that happening. It was in North Dakota through our leadership. With regards to the trip to Liberia, which I stand my ground, and I said it was Nicodemusly done because the communication was not clear. Secondly, my tour to NIMBA. My dear brother, I went to NIMBA I went to Liberia 2019. I was not president by that time. I went to NIMBA 2019. I did my assessment, even in my hometown and Ghana and everything. When I came back 2023, I did not go. What did we do? We sent a delegate, because that trip in NIMBA that we all went to in March, it was a trip that we were going to go, whatever we have been discussing, a project here, for me to go and do that assessment. Now the trip was canceled. What happened? My vice president went to Liberia. He just came from Liberia, did an assessment. He brought the project that this chapter is going to undertake. So just so you know that, my dear brother. Thank you so much, George.
Thank you, President. Thank you very much. Gratitude is always great, because if a president is voting for your chapter to host the convention, the vice president is voting, the board of directors, the project director is voting for your chapter, that is a consensus from the leadership that, you know what, it is time for us to give a local chapter a chance. Because when we went to, I think Minnesota, you were not fortunate to win that vote. But we actually came together that because we wanted to.
No, Kentucky.
But now let's go back to the point. Now, my next question to you, Mr. Van Gun, you cleared this to us here tonight that you are doing an incredible job in North Dakota chapter. You have $40,000 sitting over there, and we know that if you have such a money sitting in the bank, the bank is really benefiting from that. Not your people, not your constituents, or your folks that you want to represent. When I had a conversation with you as a project director after I did a couple of tours from Nimba, I came to you. I said, President Van Gun, maybe I'm just bringing out a project proposal to you. Maybe in Complete or BAM, these folks need something like a hand pump, or just do some kind of quick impact project for the folks back home. Like Minnesota chapter, when we want to measure progress, I'm so proud of Minnesota chapter because it's a local chapter that has actually built the elementary school. So, Mr. Van Gun, you are leaving North Dakota chapter now as a president. The only thing that you are leaving there is a bank balance, but there is no tangible. How can we believe that Mr. Van Gun coming on the national scene will actually build tangibles?
But George, how you say cash is not tangible?
Well, the problem with that is cash is only sitting in the account, CEO, and the folks there are not the bank benefiting from it. And one of the things that we are doing on the national is to give back to the community. So, Mr. Wenger, tell us, you were just whole unique house station like what you did in North Dakota. And just to my point, big question to that is, what is the relationship between you and your current secretary? I'm not sure if he's the vice president now, because now that you stepped down from that position, what is the relationship between you and Chris Silly since you left?
Thank you, George. I know I love you. You are a good brother. Thank you. Very simple to answer. Georgie, let me help my brother. No organization run without money. And every leader that comes to power, you have what you want to do. The first thing that when we came to power we did was that we do not have membership. So we took the first year to bring our people together. Second year to raise more money. Now, how are we on a tech project? What our people need when we let it go. In the first place, when we took over, when we raised the money, we asked our people, what do you want? Our people said they want us to buy. You need to North Dakota might have its own hall. And that's what we're working on. So when I hear people talking about, oh, Van Gun, he left money, he did not do project. We go by what our people want. The needs of our people is what we go with. Not just Van Gun, just Jumma say, go take money from the account. No, we are responsible people. And so our people said they want their hall. So what is it? Can we do a project in Nimba? I said, Mr. President, what we do right now, you took over with nothing. That raise more money. We want to own our own hall here, a unique North Dakota hall. That raise the money, keep it. That keep raising more money. We have to listen to our people. Now because we want to do project in Nimba, we have to listen to our people, what they really their desire. So we took that year to raise the money, the 43,000 that we left there, to raise our money. Now, the whole project here is ongoing. People are working on it. So what we decided was that, okay, let's do a little quick impact project. That's the reason why our vice president went to Liberia to see what we can do. We're not even going to that account. With the mind that our people hire, we're just going to raise our money more ourselves and see what quick impact project we are doing. We're going to do in Nimba. Since I raising money to buy our hall, we went by the desire of our people. The relationship between me and Chris, very cordial. Very, very cordial. In fact, just to let you know, my dear brother, all of you guys, by the grace of God, I encourage them to come on board. And why will we have problem? So the fight that you don't see, I know where you're coming from. The fight that you don't see Chris writing in the chat room, oh, vote for Van Gun, do that, doesn't mean there is problem here. We do not have any issue. Chris has been my brother. Chris has been a little brother to me. And we have a very good and cordial relationship. Thank you very much, my dear brother.
Vice president? Is Chris your vice president since you stepped down? Is Chris your vice president now?
The senator clauses, yes. Right after being my vice president, take over as the president for that Chris. And from that Prince came as Secretary General. That's how we are working here in unity. There is no problem in North Dakota.
So thank you, Mr. President. Gian, let me just ask the president a couple of questions here. 2019 has been a long year since you've been to Nimba County. And I think it is sad indeed, Mr. President, that You haven't been to Nimba 7 years later, and now you are on a ballot to represent one of the biggest county. I believe that you have a lot of challenges, and I pray for you as well. But Mr. President, North Dakota chapter, let's visit North Dakota chapter. North Dakota chapter, we heard, and this is the benefit that you can give to the people who are actually having a lot of problems with that conversation. We heard that there has been no financial report in North Dakota chapter. You are not giving the folks financial report, but you are holding national accountable. Tell us tonight, when was the last time you gave quarterly or financial report, or a very comprehensive report, financial report to the people of North Dakota?
False and misleading. I don't know where you get information from. I'll need you to go back to your source and ask them more. The people of North Dakota know how transparent President Vengon is. We gave our people comprehensive financial report right in our meeting on several occasions. We shared copies to our people and they read it and everything was agreed upon. So those who are giving you information that Vengon have not given financial report, I need you to go back and ask them more. But as far as our leadership is concerned and the people of North Dakota, as far as they are concerned, we have been giving comprehensive financial report with copies to our members, not only to board, but the copy to our members, agreed upon. So we have been very transparent. If we have not given financial report, then how will we have the kind of money that we have in our account right now? No.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We have Mr. Rick Vengon on the show here tonight. Rick is vying for the presidency at the United Nimba Citizen Council general election that is coming up in May of this year. Mr. Yan, let's take you now to UNICO itself. You know, you talk about your manifesto, what you would do for the people and all of that. A little girl listening to you right now, or an old lady who haven't visited America but have been hearing about UNICO, the good thing they have been doing and all of that. Give us a little history about UNICO, when UNICO came to being, and maybe some of the works they have been doing in Liberia, and how you intend to continue on those work apart from the Women Empowerment Project.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, UNICO was established in 1979, and since 1979, they have been president upon president until from Dolly to Doki to Dan, and blessed day that Women Empowerment Land was bought. And that is a tangible thing that we are seeing UNICO have done in Nimba that everybody is focusing on. But from the past, I don't think UNICO have been able to purchase a land unless now where we have a project over there going. So UNICO was founded to bring the Nimbayans together, make them united, and make them to know that indeed there is an organization for Nimba people to come together and be united and work and help our people in Nimba. So I also asked somebody to give me that's when the documentation of UNICO that was from there, who all signed our signature, and something that's I'm going to get hold up when we're having. I asked the current president; he did not even give me a good documentation of history about that. But I know about 1979, and I've been president upon president, and tangible to see today is that project over there.
If Rick Vengon was not in the race, and then either of these candidates come to you to support them, who would you have picked among those candidates? I mean, someone you think that could
Rick Vengon is a man who don't just be moved by just seeing your face or be moved as an individual. I work with a team, I work with a chapter. If for any reason we were now running and we wanted to support, that would be a unanimous decision with our chapters, along, by vetting all of the candidates that are running.
Thank you. This will be my last question to you in the second round, and then we go to the CEO. Now, let's say, God forbid, in your word now, God forbid you not win the election. Will you work with those that will be elected?
Imagine you going for inauguration, they talk
Well,
about.
well, as a mayor speaker, so you see, we are positively sure, 100% sure that we're going to win this election. But if for any reason, God forbid, for any reason we don't win, we have people who believe in unity. I do not have personal problem with those candidates that are running, but if anybody win, it's about Nimba. We are going to work together to make our country most vibrant. We're all going to work together and continue the vision of Unico. But I know for sure, President Van Gogh, this election, I'll just get ready for our inauguration, my dear brother.
Thank you. I like the Z's. I like the courage. Like you said, so a man speak shy happen. We have power in our tongue. But again, folks, if you are just joining us here tonight, you're listening to the Heat Hour program. On the Heat Hour, we see dialogue in our confrontation. We see words in our bullet. In tonight's edition of the show, we are hosting Mr. Rickman Van Gogh. Rickman is vying for the presidency, but he has an entire team. I hope and pray that his next appearance on the show here, he will bring all of his team so that we can quiz them together. Before we go to the CEO, this is even though it's a political interview, but it's also a promotional show for Rickman, for him to sell himself out there to the people. So we will go for another break, the campaign song, and when we come back, we go to the CEO to ask us 2 questions or 3. And after that, we go to Sewity and George, and apparently we take leave of the guests here tonight. But before we do that, if you want to call us to ask questions or make input to the discussion, the numbers you are seeing on the screen, you can call that number and you will be put through here tonight. Let's go for this break. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Team Van Gogh, rising. Team Van Gogh, they unify, breaking walls that separate, building bridges that unite. Unico. Team Van Gogh, the answer. Nimba, your answer is here. Together we rise, together we lead. Team Van Gogh, the answer. Nimba, your answer is here. Together we rise, together we lead. All my people, come together now. Let's build Unico, strong and proud. A better future, a better way, a brighter Nimba starts today. No more Team Van Gogh, the answer.
Team Van Gogh is the answer. That means CEO. The songwriter says that, so I'm not campaigning for Team Van Gogh. Welcome, CEO. Let's hear you.
After us. Thank you, my brother. I want to say thanks again, man. And as expected, the interview has lived to the hype. We expected this. I was telling my team that your appearance was going to be just like this, and we are seeing that. So I want to say thank you so much. You are very, very energetic, and I'm enjoying the vibe. So now to the convention. We are heading to Iowa. I'm going to be a first-time Unico voter too. Even though I'm not, I got my candidate, and I'm not going to say that here, but I'll keep that to myself. But you are doing
you opposition?
No, I'm not opposition. I got only one candidate. I just kidding. Yeah, my candidate, the vice presidential candidate. So
okay.
So going to Iowa, again, you don't have to give us all your campaign strategy here, but what should we expect in Iowa when we get there? What have been your plans? The number of people that you already got. What have you been doing when it comes to campaigning? You are saying you have already won and we're going for inauguration. You have to be doing something that is different from other people, what they are doing. Also, you should be saying something that we are not seeing, right? So what giving you this excitement, assurance that you are going to win? Are you seeing some numbers that we are not seeing? What's your campaign plan been like? Have you been going from state to state campaigning? Are you just campaigning over the phone? Or we are using the Unico chat room? What giving you this 100% confidence, my brother?
You know, there's a saying that says that, let me just say in man. They say, mina eto kuluya, lelo bibu abimi waka. So, in short, a man who put a basket of a chicken around the road and go dig the cassava is not crazy. He know exactly what he is doing. So we are confident and very sure that we're going to win this election. We have done, in fact, not only now, we have laid a platform before we could even come up with the mind of contesting. This is something that we have laid ever since. This is ever something, my dear brother, not just now that we waiting for people to go vote for us. The name Van Gogh is a household name in Unico. So this foundation has been built. So there is no need for us to worry how many people we're going to carry. And I can tell you for sure, a lot of people are waiting, paying their own way to go. So we started the strategies ever since. So this is the foundation. The fulfillment of what we planned yesterday, or the reaping of what we planned yesterday, will be in Iowa. So what I can tell you. So we did a groundwork ever since 2-3 years ago. And just speaking for us right now. So that's all I can tell you for now, my dear brother. So we...
Yeah, you started your work. Sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Yeah, we started the work ever since. So we are now new people who, going from state to state and looking for voters. So will you vote for me? Will you vote? No. We started engaging our voters. And now by saying that we're going to run so and so time, we started engaging. So our work we have done over the years is the one speaking for us now, and the one that want to speak for us. And now what they are standing back to pay their own way, get bosses to go and elect us very easy, nice and smooth.
Yeah, Sheldon, you enjoyed it. You enjoyed the show. In politics, whenever you see a debate and you see several people contesting for a seat, and you notice that certain party is being attacked more, there's something behind that. There's a parable that says people never throw stone at unfruitful tree, right? So based on what I follow in the chat room and even this interview that we're having now and the one we've had before, it seems to be that there's this back and forth and friction between Team Van Gogh and that of the outgoing folks, right? So do you see them as a major contender to you, or is just because you believe, in yourself, within yourself, everything that you are saying that they didn't do well? Because again, what I've followed from what you've been saying. My second question. Let me add one more there.
Go ahead.
What has been your working relationship with the outgoing administration? The president, specifically, President Samuel D.
Well, your first question, do I see them as a major contender? Absolutely no. Don't see them as a major contender. No, absolutely no. They are my mothers, and I believe they are just going there to say, my son, we have come to help you to step forward. Because these are people who know who Van Gogh is. These are people who know what Van Gogh is capable of doing. So I don't see them, I see them as my mothers. I respect them, to be honest. And there is no way I would respect them. They are my mothers. But I think they are just going to help their son to get over there. With regards to our relationship with the current leadership, very wonderful. In fact, everywhere we went, the president will say, I'm happy. Even John Flomo knows that. He always referenced North Dakota. Every time they always call on President Wenger because they know that when President Wenger is around, things work smoothly. There's a man who very down to earth. When they see President Wenger, they know that light has entered. So I've been very courteous. The president always say, I'm happy when I see my North Dakota people around. I'm happy when I see President Wenger. So we have been having a very cordial relationship. It's very good. Yeah.
I like the way you answer your question. You don't even beat around the bush. You just answer the question straight up without beating around the bush. So how many people contesting for the presidency? 3 teams, right?
Well, as far as I am concerned, the energetic young man called Rick Wenger, my 2 old man from the same, the same chapter, running for the same thing. I think technically, I don't really want to say we are 3, but I would just say for the benefit of the crowd and the people, we are 3.
You're 3. Okay, so for the sake of argument, let's say we agree you are winning. We're going for inauguration. So for the sake of our audience, if you were to, weigh them, right? Who would you consider the second in line to you from your own perspective?
Well, I mean, the fact that the 2 people are from the same constituent, I don't see the both of them. I don't see the weight, really. I don't see the both of them. I don't see the weight that I'm gonna say this person is going to go second. Because why? 2 people are from the same place, and they just split their vote. So it's balanced, They're just fighting it to get it straightened up. But but I don't see who is on top, who is it. Both of them, they are just one team to another. One, just that's how I don't really see who is higher, in the front.
Thank you. How many questions I had, June? I know 2, right? Or I should stop here.
I
enjoy my man Bible. I'm asking for permission. The man on the phone. So
I think he's on the phone.
Yeah, let me ask my last question. Then we'll go to George and see what it. When you win, if you were to win, as you can see in the group.
I beg, can I hold you there to take this caller?
Absolutely. I was asking you for permission. Go ahead, Chief.
Okay, great. Good evening.
Good evening.
What's your name and where do you join us from?
It's Prince Leroy Williams. I'm joining from Fargo, North Dakota.
Prince, welcome to the show. Let's hear you.
Thank you. My brother, I've been following you guys. I just called tonight to appreciate my former president, President Jan Wenger. He's a great man. This is a man I've been knowing for the past decades. He's a very good man, a visionary leader. And I want to tell all Nibarians that are listening today, do not make a mistake. Wenger is a great leader, and I can assure Nibarians that if Wenger is elected, he's going to make Nimba country a great or unique a great place for everybody. Wenger had do tremendous better job into 5 years here. We appreciate him. Even stepping down to go at a national level, it hurt a lot, but he had to do it. And even the people on the opposite side, they know the strength of Wenger. They should not sit there and pretend that Wenger is just nobody. They know within themselves the strength of Wenger. But in politics, when you are not working along with other people, they try to castigate you to look like a bad person. But if Wenger today going to go on that side, like we did during the board elections. But now, it's not even resting because during that board elections, everybody focused on North Dakota because of the unity we have here. And I can assure you, if Wenger is elected, it's going to be the great decision ever that Nibarians have made. And I'm encouraging everybody to vote for President Wenger. He's a great man. He's a leader with visions. He's not just, just a man who just throw a wall out there and say a whole lot of stuff, but he's a man with a vision. I listened to George Flomo trying to get to the president there, but he just keep trying. Like, there's a confusion, there's this and that in North Dakota. There's no confusions in our chapters here. We are working together as a team. Since they're going to resign, Our constitution says when the president resigns, the VP take over, and the SG gonna go to that gap as a VP, and then the financial secretary take that gap as an SG. That's what we have done here. So there's no confusion to our chapters.
Thank you.
They test the election process. They are just looking for a point all around the place. And he did talk about financial report. I want to make this clear. I'm the current financial secretary now. We make like a comprehensive.
Please get to help it, man.
I'm really getting all these rumors for that. Oh, there's no financial report. There's that. It's not true. I just want to make that clarity, and I want to appreciate my former president. He's a great man. And Mr. President, I want to say this to you: when go above, you will be a particular winner for that convention for presidential election in Iowa, 2024 May.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prince. Thank you.
Okay. Now, CEO, over to you. You can ask the question, Chief. The lines is still declared open. You can call us on +25079542897 and make your contribution to the show here tonight. Welcome. Sorry, I had to call you up there, CEO.
No, call, come take a call. I was just asking, my dear brother, Mr. Vangon. So as you can see in the group chat there, right, Unico, there are several back and forth. You can see the tough. Every election can be like that, right? Elections can be tough, where you have a lot of people going back and forth, and the hard feelings will come there after election. If you were to win, Mr. Vangon, what would be your plans to bring people back together when it comes to unity and working together? Now, George Flomo might take things differently. I know him very well. He's going to be, if you were to win, he will be there for you, supporting because it's Unico. But not everybody is like George. Not everybody might be like Mr. Sam G. Folks who would take that personally, how would you be able to work together? What plans you have in place to bring the people back together, Unico and Unity?
Thank you. Our song clearly says that breaking water, separating bridges that unite us. That's what goes on in the travel. My brother, we are people who believe in unity. In fact, our need United Nimba Citizen Council. United. So we're going to follow that. If we win, we're going to have what we call government of inclusion. I will go from state to state, making sure that we all come together and move our organization forward. I know in election, people, when people lose, the bad feelings. I'm going to place a call to those that will lose, and tell them, hey, this is about Nima County. We are all winners. Let's come together. We need your expertise. We need your input. We need you to occupy a certain area in order to make our organization vibrant. So we believe in unity. We're not here to separate people. So what is going on in the chapter is not going to separate us. It's not going to divide us. My major goal is to unite people. Just as we have done it here, we're going to continue to do it. George will be my brother. George will come and work. Madam Marquez, my brother, she's going to come and work. But and all those are running. If they don't win, we're going to bring everybody together. I'm going to place a call, go from state to state, make sure that we are all united to move our organization forward.
Thank you. Thank you. I will stop there and let the other guys ask their question.
Thank you, CEO. I beg you, let me chip in there and ask this question real quick. Mr. Vangon, are you part of those people who are calling for a financial report on the $10,000 that was given to the Nima County administration for the burial of Senator Johnson?
Oh, absolutely, yes. The 10,000 must be accounted for. Absolutely. The 10,000 must be accounted for. My brother, we cannot send 10,000 out to Nimba, and you cannot tell how you spend the 10,000. No, we raise our money. Raise the 10,000 here. Every chapter, so effort to organize other people to go to Iowa, they divided the chapters. So yes, we must have adequate ideas on how the 10,000 was spent.
So why do you think that this administration, the outgoing administration, is not giving you guys the financial report from that 10,000?
This is my take. This is my take on that 10,000. The 10,000 was sent to Liberia. It is predicated upon this administration to pursue the people that the money was sent to tell them our people are crying for a report. Not just somebody can tell us, oh, yes, sorry. No. They need to tell us. Those that receive the money, how they use the money, they need to tell us. Give her a report. Give her a documentation. How you use the $10,000. Who the 10,000 were given to? Okay, we'll give it to XYZ. Okay, how did you spend the 10,000? So it's predicated upon this administration to do that. And that's why we are telling them. We are not accusing them they had the money, this and that. Okay, send the spending. We want to know. And it is our right. It is our right constitutionally to know. Huh?
Do you believe that the money was given to the committee heading the burial of the late Senator Johnson? Do you believe the money was given to
100% believe, because I spoke with my president, said yes, 100% believe the 10,000 was given to them.
Okay, thank you. I wanted to have you in the record for that. That's why. Thank you so much. So I would say over to you, Chief.
Thank you, Jim. Mr. President.
Yes, my dear brother.
You know, I listened to all of the analysis. That push you a little bit. You know, presidency, though you are president for a chapter, but we got the all-over president. And the president has taken his side. Clearly, he was on this platform, he's on record, that he support his current vice president for the road of the presidency. My question to you, don't you think it's a leakage to you as a sitting president having influence during the convention? Don't you think it's worrisome for your team?
Absolutely, it's not. If I were in his shoe, I would do the same thing he's doing. That his vice president, one way or the other, he needs to support his vice president. We don't believe for that, but we don't see it as a threat. We don't see that as a threat. In fact, we see it as a victory for us. We don't see it as a threat.
With all the
so the president can use current development, the development came through every one of us efforts. Now we need the president alone. It came through our efforts, it through our giving. So we are all part of the development.
So let me hold you right there. Now, the reason I ask this question is you grade the presidency or the regime of the current president from 1 to 6, the ratio of 10, right? So now I'm trying to figure out with the achievement they have had, you know, as a leadership, because all rightly, why it is true you all raise the money, but at the end of the day, you need people to execute most of these projects. That's what I'm saying. So don't you think with the achievement they had in displaying that could also limit your chances in the election? Don't you think the support of the current president is a threat to your ambition?
Absolutely not a threat. And like I said, it is a victory.
How it is?
It's not a threat. It is not a threat at all. Because I don't see it as a threat.
Well, because I mean, I'm trying to figure out something, you know, doing because you are saying the current president now is being in the position for 4 years, I guess, right? So now if you are saying a sitting president, and we know the power of a president, if a sitting president, and you are saying it's now a threat, so that's why I wanted to know, because you know, even in Africa or wherever in the world, the incumbency play a very key role. So if you say the current president don't have any, I mean, so that means you don't have influence in the union. That's why.
But does the president control everybody? The president won't have control over his executive, but does he control the mind of all the Nimbaans? Does he have what they envision, or who the leader they want right after him? We have done well, gave him 4 years, he is vice president. And we are saying it is about time that we retire them. God has said, we need new leadership. We should now run UNICO based on just one people just occupying seat. No, we don't want it. So I don't see it as a threat because I know the president does not control everybody. He does not control the minds of everyone. He does not control the minds of people. So I don't see it as a threat. I see it as a victory for Team Van Gogh.
So let me just conclude on this note. I know you come from a chapter. The reason I'm questioning you on this is you agree the current president a ratio of 10 and you gave him 4. So what's the gap? I don't know whether someone asked that question. What's the gap you want to fill in at this point? And the last question that you can close on here is the limitation, the gap, and you have seen, because I do know, being a chapter president, you are also part of some executive meeting, I guess. And you are decision maker. Don't you think you are part of some of these decisions you are also criticizing today? That's one. And the last one is in your administration as president of UNICO, what are ideas you have crafted to connect in terms of communication that our people back home can feel part of UNICO? That would be my final question to you.
Okay, thank you, my dear brother. With a question regarding being part of a decision making, these are some of the reasons that we said this administration they didn't do well. By right, if you are a president of the union, you have chapters working with you, and these chapters make up the national. Making decision, they had to be aware. So to clarify that most of the decision I was taking, chapters leaders were not aware. Just the executive alone, because the executive feel that they were the people who were elected. How many times did the president call for chapter leaders meeting to address them with the day-to-day happening? He didn't do that. And we are coming in power, and the people elect us, these are things that we're going to be doing. Because we keep emphasizing without chapter, we cannot have UNICO national. So if a decision is taken in the interest of the people of NEMA, chapters leaders need to be aware, because chapter leaders make up national leadership. But chapter leader, Salah, my dear brother. These are the gaps that we have come to fill in. Because if I'm a national president, it's like you go build a church, and then they make you bishop, and all these pastors are honoring you. Now, the way you will relate to them, and that's how your vision will start growing. But it wasn't like that. I can say for fact, I'm one of the victims. It wasn't like that. So just so you know that, my dear brother.
So now we can say for sure on record, to complete with it, we can say on the record that while it is true the ratio of 1 to 6, most of those decisions that were made, they were unilaterally done without your involvement as president of a chapter, right?
Yeah, it was made without chapters, not only me, without chapter president's involvement. And by right, chapter president needed to be involved because you are our boss. But you only have your executive people who, when they tell you this, do it, you disregard our people, they are laws maker. No.
Thank you.
So in connecting the people back home,
the organization, it connected the organization to NEMA people. That's why I talk about how our people know that there is an organization called UNICO. That's why I brought in the secretary who we're going to create. And like I said, with no due respect to your platform, that we're going to create a platform, a UNICO platform that our people will keep hearing about updates on UNICO progress and what UNICO is doing in the United States. And so our people will listen and will be taking vaccine. So our people will get to know there is an organization called UNICO. Instead of just one time going there and to do one time in a year. No, they got to get connected to the organization by listening all of the time. And then we're going to work also connect the organization. Well, what about our business people, our senators and representatives that they came here in North Dakota when Senator Koga came here? I hosted Senator Koga and put the people. We were able to connect with Senator Koga that way. Now he going to carry the news to Nima that I went to North Dakota. This group hosted me. Unico, North Dakota, Nimbus Gory. Unico, Nimbus Gory. So we believe in a partnership working with people.
Thank you, Chief.
So do you think the project currently in Liberia, it is a milestone achievement for Unico as it stands?
Well, because for the entire... Huh?
I'm saying, do you think you as an incoming president, do you think the Unico project in Liberia is a milestone achievement for Unico? How do you grade?
Yeah, but the entire Unico, because 97 that to see that we all have worked together and build that. Yes, Unico in totality have done well.
Who takes the credit?
Well, we know we have a national leadership. We know that there's a government in place who take the national leadership, but we all take the credit. It does not only go to, we appreciate the national leadership, we help them. So we help them achieve what they have been achieved today. So those who started also take the credit. There was that Mr. G who started the project. There were people who started the project, and he came, he completed. Yeah, 2 years administration will help for you to reach the level it is right now. Yeah, we appreciate the one they have done. We're not going to discredit the what they have done. No.
Thank you.
We're not going to discredit that.
Thank you so much. It looks like our host is in the back there. Again, for those of you who following us, this is BKS TV. We are hosting Rick. How do you say Rick Pan Fangon?
Rick Pan Fangon.
That's not English name, right?
No, that real country name. I want to explain about how that name came about.
Yeah, I want you to explain at the end of the show so we can.
Okay, yeah, I will explain it anyway.
And I Google at time. I can't get it. It sounds like English name, but it's not. But we'll go to George. George will ask.
Google get me that name.
Yeah, George will ask us 2 questions.
I'm a brother George. I'm waiting for you.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, CEO again. President Vengan, you know there are a few clarifications that we need to make here. We are on a national
I know you always come with clarification.
Yeah, you know we gotta clarify a few things. We are on national platform here, President Vengan. And I'm rather surprised that you even brought out the $10,000 when we are all been asking about that $10,000 to get a report. And somehow, coincidentally, the person who represented Unico on that committee that received the $10,000 came from the North Dakota chapter. You have influence over that or that person. Maybe you can even prevail over that person to reach out to the county for our report. Now, when you talk about leadership making unilateral decision for the organization, President Vengan, something that really bothers me is you are taking credit for North Dakota, maybe $40,000 that is sitting in the account, but you do not want the same G and the Nelson Marquez administration to take credit for the progress that is happening in Unico. To me, that is a bit of a, but let me go back to another thing. You haven't been, and I'll go back to that. You haven't been to NIMBA for 7 years. You have not seen NIMBA. 7 years later, there's a kid that was born when you were there in 2019 that is now walking, maybe it's in elementary. And you want to lecture us about taking, NIMBA or Unico back home when you haven't been there for 7 years. Now, when it comes to Unico, the national, just making unilateral decision, Mr. Vengan, and just for the viewer's sake, you are in Unico national leadership chat room. You see everything that goes on in that chat room. You have never raised anything to say, oh, this is how I feel, or anything like that. For me, this is just a political theory that you want to just run with. But I have seen your platform. My question to you, Mr. Vengan, 1979 up to now, people have been giving their all. They have been presidents, leaders, or elders that they have been paying their dues faithfully to hold this organization together. When you look at your platform and the candidates that you have put up without vetting them properly, when you look at them, they have no due paying record. They have not done anything tangible into Unico. But because they are coming on board, right? Tell us the NIMBA people today, how are you going to vet people who want to take on leadership in Unico and they haven't paid their dues to the organization? And number two to my question is, you talk about all of these things. When was the last time North Dakota wrote grant to benefit their local chapter outside of due payments?
Are you done?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, George. You know, I love my brother. And I love the way sometimes you ask a question. George, you always be my brother. Let me help you. The first thing, the 10,000 issue, you said the person who handles the money is from my chapter. President Vengon was not the one who handled the money to the person from our chapter. It was national leadership decision. Our current president decision. He has a personal relationship with the person from our chapter. And he trusted her so much. And then he handed the money over to her. How is that possible to be North Dakota problem to be my problem? Again, let me reiterate. It is predicated upon this administration to go after whoever you handed the money over to. Where it doesn't matter where they come from. You handed the money over to them. You trusted them. You have to find out, and you have to give her tell us how our money was used. The one that has to do with we being in the chat room, leadership chat room. Hey man, George. If President sent you or I want to say ask him, I'll place a personal call to him. Most of the decision that is taking, how many times have the president even sent a message in the chat room there, in the leadership chat room and say, okay, this is what we have to discuss and we need your input. I have never seen it in Unico leadership chat room. I've never seen that. Nothing. I've never seen it. Now, the decision comes from the executive, which you are part of, my dear brother. I have never seen it in our national chat room, in our leadership chat room. I've never seen that. The one that has to do with, what did you say again? The one that has to do with the grant. My brother, what we did was even more than writing grant. They were even more than writing grant. You know what I mean? To be very creative and just, organize programs and get people to come on and raise that kind of money. A chapter? You must be appreciating this North Dakota chapter where we are done. Grant is not only the issue, the means of raising money, it's just part of it. But if we can be innovative and raise that kind of money without even writing grant, that is a plus for us. That is a plus for a chapter. So I just want to make that clear. The second issue that has to do with our people that we did not vet them before bringing, they are now paid nationality. Hey, George, man. And when you get your sources together, when you are coming to ask Vengon question or Team Vengon question, how a sound person like me will bring people on board and don't vet them? George, what I can tell you, everybody that we brought on board, they are qualified.
So have they paid dues in the last 3 years? That's the question for you. For the benefit of the people, have they paid their dues for the last 3 years?
Let me come to that due payment. Josh, you see, now, there's a complete contradiction, my dear brother. You talk about people paying due for the last 2 years. Before they could apply, what was the mandate? You had to be a due payment before you send your application. They did. They paid at $100. And when you pay your $100, definitely you are a due pay member. And you can run for any position. They are named there as due pay member. There are 5 that we've been collecting birthday thing and they have not come to participate, does not deprive them from running for any Unico national or leadership position. No, Josh. So let's come to this. So everybody, so you want to tell me, if you go, you pay your due, then definitely Unico should recognize you? No. But the fact that we were even able to reach out to these people, we were even able to encourage them to come to our chapter and taking the courage to run for Unico national leadership, that is a plus. That is a plus. You should be able to welcome new people. You should be able to welcome people that you consider new. You be able to welcome them.
So now,
and give them the opportunity to serve and give them the opportunity to serve in any position. So the registrar, just to let you know, they pay their due, and that's why they were qualified. The election commission qualified them to run.
Coming from President Van Gon, this is where that question was coming from. You boasted of $40,000 sitting in Unico's account. When this administration took over, we took over with $7,000. $7,000. We increased our budget to over $500,000, $400 and some more $1,000. And for us, we brought in these ideas, new innovation that we introduced to the organization. And now you are telling us that you are giving us 6 because we did not go to risk Van Gon and tell Van Gon, say we are about to do this. So therefore you are going to grade us 6. I believe that 6 is even like a passing grade of 10. So I think that this current administration did extremely well. And in fact, we did more than well. But President Van Gon, the next question to you here is, you have been in Unico, North Dakota chapter for what, 2 terms? You have been there for 2 terms.
Go ahead, brother. I'm listening.
Huh? You have been
I'm listening. Go ahead.
And you have seen what has happened on national, whether it is through board engagement, whether it is through community networking. Tell the NIMA people today your platform on day 1. What would be the new idea that you are going to introduce that you haven't done?
The network is
things. I think you are.
You say what we're going to do that we have not done yet?
What is your platform for the organization on the one that will exceed, and we will hold you by it today, that will exceed $500,000 when it comes to generating revenue for the organization?
So, Josh, I think what I see is the focus is on the generating fund. Josh, the first thing if we take over, as you know, President Van Gon is a man who very fast connects. We will connect with people, have our first program, and we're going to raise funds from there. I'm telling you, we are very innovative doing that. But our focus, first of all, like I said, we're going to bring our people together, because when you bring unity, it helps a lot to even motivate the people to raise funds. So we listed how we're going to be raising funds to bring income into the organization.
So, President Van Gon,
you understand that?
On that note, you have laid out your platform that you are going to be doing this, you are going to be doing that. And up to now, North Dakota chapter, we don't see a website. We don't see the session database.
Right. John, let me correct you.
Don't rush it. Let me come to you. President. Hold on, President. Let me ask you this thing. Change only happen for you to bring change on a higher platform. You need to start with yourself. Tell us right now, you haven't built a website for North Dakota chapter. You don't have a database for North Dakota chapter. And everything that you listed on your platform is not being implemented on the chapter level. Why do you think we should trust you to do that on the national?
George, point of correction, North Dakota does have a website.
Let me look it up.
Yes. Go to unicoND.com. North Dakota does have a website. And that website, you know what? It was the initiative of our foreign national queen, and who was our first local queen. So what are you talking about? The former secretary is right there. He can attest to that. So the only thing we were fighting to do is to rebrand our website, because we haven't been focusing on it, to rebrand our website and make sure that everything is changed and we put everything in the right perspective. So go there, my dear brother, it is there. So we don't talk, we talk with facts. We don't come here to make stories.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
I think this is a great conversation. Team Vanguard, man, you are firing. I'm not gonna lie, you. And I'm glad that George came too, because George is in there. And
Thanks, you gotta turn your the website on because it's not on.
So I've not heard from the other candidates yet, but I hope and pray that anyway, we'll be doing a debate on this platform. I don't know whether the CEO have told you, but we'll be inviting all the presidential candidates that will appear here, and that debate will be relayed on
my phone.
A community radio station across the country. So we'll go to see. I think somebody have asked already. So we go now to Chris City.
I think our guess is facing.
Chris, I don't know what.
Yeah, my phone tried to go up here, so I gotta get okay. I'm good now.
George, doing that to you.
Okay, great. Chris, welcome. Are you asking question or making statement?
Let me first say good evening to my fellow panelists and good evening to our guests. Not just a question, but a few things I just want to say on the show because of where I sit. Let me say good evening to President Vengon. I worked with him over the past 3 years, going to 4 years. And we have a very good working relationship in North Dakota. And we all work together to improve North Dakota chapter. And today we are here. Again, after the campaign started, people will say what have, looking mute or what happened. It's not like Mr. Vengon is a bad person, no. But where I sit and where I form myself between the seasons. I have a good working relationship with Mr. Vengon, very close to him, that even things happen in this country to me, he always the first person most of the time I place call to him. And he knows about it. On the other hand, too, the first lady is my mother, and the old man to the VP, and my father, cousin. So it's where I said that why I have become mute in the process. Now that I can't take side to run campaign. I'm a man.
But Chris, politics is not about relationship, though. It's not about whether the person are your brother or sister. It's about the competency. You preach competency on the show every day. You say President Baka is not competent enough to run the country.
It's where I'm coming to you. If I take a side with Mr. Vengon on the wrong campaign, I'm going to damage my relationship with my family. If I take my family's side to run campaign enough to go against Vengon, I'm going to damage my relationship I built with him over the years.
If you weigh the pros and cons, who do you think is qualified enough?
If I weigh the pros and cons, I know who I'm going to vote for. It's my secret.
No, who do you think is qualified? Listen, Chris.
Both of them are qualified in my mind because they have separate role to play. If you're going to do a swing away by North Dakota, you cannot root it out. If North Dakota want to speak out, you cannot root Vengon out. On the national tool, you look at the VP tool, how go St. GDI College. You cannot root it out. You look at Yatongo tool, she are Wayne, Ohio. And according to the story, even she and the vice president work together. She are play her part, right? But for me, they both care how to do Vengon, President Vengon, and the VP. I have family relationship with the VP. I have close relationship with Vengon too in North Dakota. So I'm between the seasons about who I'm going to vote for. That individual already know, I already tell the person what they call. But I'm not going to go public.
President Vengon, have Chris spoken to you that you will vote for you, President Vengon?
You are coming. So
no, I'm not asking you now.
I'm coming.
Chris, I'm not asking you. Let me ask President Vengon. Brother Vegon, have Chris spoken to you that he will vote for you?
Yeah.
What you want to put my parent to say on the show? Do you give me land? Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, Chris.
No, before you land, Chris, I'm sorry to cut you off there. I don't think we can take your word for it because it's not trusted. The reason is you told me that you were going to vote for my candidate.
We were candidate. I don't know about ticket. I said ticket not for me. I said ticket not for me. So I don't know about ticket.
Is that what you said?
I told you. So
that's not what you said. You know, listen now. Listen. You know, everything we do here is recorded. Right? I have the recording.
Yeah.
You told me.
Can you play recording?
Wait now.
Can you play recording?
Oh man, wait now. You told me. I got it. I will send it. I will bring it up. I will put it in our group that you told me.
No. Can you please play the show right now because it's
I
live right now?
gotta go back and go research it. I gotta go and look for it and then speak.
Why are we talking? Please check out recording because this is a national broadcast now. People listening.
But I'm telling you, I will do it. You can't make me to do it now. So first of all, I'm the CEO. You can't make me to do what I'm not. I can't.
Exactly.
So you gotta respect the CEO. The CEO said that's it. But honestly, I'll stop there now. I'll have you continue on.
Yeah. So as I'm saying, right, Vengo myself been working together very closely in North Dakota. And the VP, my family, we are from the relationship of my father, first cousin. And the first day too, she's my mother in this country. So it's very tight position in. If I take Vengo side, I'm going to damage my family relationship. If I take my family side, the relationship I built with Vengo over the years, I'm going to damage it. So I'm very careful how to go by it. And then I can't come out. But they both candidates, they will have my support. I don't have problem with any of them. I told the person said, yeah, I can call here and talk. We spoke last yesterday in our meeting. He knows we're very close. There's no personal issue. So the issue here is.
So Chris, I come in 1 minute, please. You know, you almost turning like the second speaker now. I want to get something from you. You come from a chapter, and now you are the current secretary, right? I guess. Now your chapter is putting out a candidate, and the chapter have a very firm position of supporting your chapter president. Are you part of that decision? Or supporting?
You said chapter supporting somebody. That's what I told you on the show. See what
No, I'm coming. Are you part of the decision that the president is contesting?
The chapter has endorsed the president. The chapter has endorsed the president. Listen to me, right?
And you are the leader, right?
I come in. Share with you. When the chapter speaks, that's it. I'm an individual. Right? The chapter endorsed President Vengon. Should we expect to go against him? That's why I say I have family tie with those people. I have personal friendship with Vengon, relationship with Vengon. That he and I are very close. I have family tie with my family people. I don't want to break any of those.
Nah, you're not gonna call it show.
So
that's how the conflict.
Well, Chris, if you are the secretary of state, and then you are saying that you cannot support your candidate for me, I think for the vice president, this is a big win because you literally this is a big win for the vice president because this is a vote of no confidence. This is a vote of no confidence.
No, George.
You can't even
George, your leg Chris to make his point.
Let me correct George's statement. I have never said on the show that I'm supporting Vengon. No. So that's still on the root out. Because this is the media. I've never mentioned here that I'm supporting Vengon. No. I never said on the show I'm supporting the VP. No. It's not what I said on the show. So what I said here is the relationship that I built with the both candidates. If one of them in the race, the other one in the race, trust me, I will put my chest to the border. But again, the person that brought me in this country is on the other side. Very serious time I have that person. If I myself have built a relationship, should you expect me, the person that brought me in this country, to fight that person? No. Do you expect that Vengon myself have built a very serious tie that very close enough to call out? She asked for Vengon? No. So in that case, you be very mature in the process.
Can I come in real quick?
To maintain your relationship with the both parties, I'll be very mature in the process because I don't want to damage my relationship with any of them. How be it?
Thank you.
How be
Thank
it?
you.
Yeah, how be it? I wish, Mr. President, I wish you were in your success. I know it's a political struggle you're going through. I wish you success in the process. Continue to stand on what is right, what you can do. you're going to do it. And we want to send message to the woman whenever she appear on the show. Let us preach unity. Let us preach peace. Let us preach the unity that will build Unico and Nima people. I have no personal issue against any of the candidates. So that's what I want to make clear. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Rick Banya Vengon, thank you for being on the show here tonight. It's been a wonderful conversation with you. We will give you 2 minutes to give us your parting comment. You've been here now for the past 2 hours, 30 minutes. So in 2 minutes, give us your parting comment.
You know, they may not appreciate me be about 3 hours. Don't worry.
Nah,
Well,
remember that time.
Well, let me say, distinguished Libyans, this is your potential candidate and your president in waiting, Rick Pant Nyan Vengat. And I want to say to this platform, the manager, Brother Arvin, thank you for extending out an invitation to tell the people of Nimba what we envision to accomplish when we take over as the potential and energetic president. So I want to say to you, people in Nimba, Unico, everywhere in the 14 states where Unico is, I want to say, make no mistake to vote people who do not have vision that we have. We have come here to tell you we have a good mind and good vision for Unico. Vote Tim Vengon. Vote Mr. Steve N. Gay as your vice president. Vote Mr. Jenkins Bakar as your secretary general. Vote Madame Marisse Lulu Isa as a financial secretary and Mr. Roden Kanoa as a parliamentarian. And vote your son, your own humble servant, Rick Panya Vengo, as your next president. Join us this coming next week, Saturday the 25th, as we'll be officially launching our campaign and appreciating our people. It has been a great pleasure being here. My dear brother George, thank you for all of the questions. And I know at the end of the day, you're going to make a sound decision to come, to vote Vengo. Chris, thank you. You are a grown-up man. You know what's good for you. You know who is capable of representing, the Unico. Make a decision in the best interest of people. Don't shouldn't based on, family shape or friendship. Be very, do what best for you. I want to say thank you. It's been a pleasure being here. Vote Team Vengon, the man with a unity mindset, the man with a developmental mindset. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for being here tonight, Mr. Vengon.
Yeah, Ginny, can you hear me? Oh. Yeah.
Wow, you playing music?
I don't know why I was doing it. I think you're trying to play my music here, but I gotta.
No more division, no more delay. This is our moment. Seize the day. Bang on the answer. Breaking walls that separate, building bridges that unite. Unico. Team bang on the answer. Nimba, your answer is here. Together we rise, together we lead. My people of Nimba, hear me now, hear you loud.
So I said that was the voice of Mr. Rick Vengon, the leader of Team Vengon. Comes May 24th in Iowa. He says they want to be the next leader for Unico, the United Nimba Citizen Council. And I said, as always, we stay on the show here for our post analysis and our parting comment. A lot to unpack. What I envision here is that we will not go to the Mr. Vengon's statement. I think other coming go after Chris.
Yeah, Chris.
I'm still going to respond. To answer
let me do my own real quick to Chris.
Yeah.
I think my brother Vengon did a really great job. He did an excellent job. And thanks to Mr. Flomo too for also making the debate engaging. It was very good. We, our followers like them. I said I was just sitting and watching. He answered all the questions. George professionally asked his question, but he stood his ground and he did his thing. And that's what we want. That's why Nima people deserve to hear from our leaders. Now to Chris. Chris, you come on this show every day and you preach advocacy. You preach transparency. You preach the right thing should happen. The right thing should be done. You go after the current leadership in Liberia. You go after the president. You go after the VP. You go after everyone. They're not doing this. They're not doing that. That's wrong. That's nepotism. That, this, and that. Right? You come on. Now you have that ability, the opportunity to make a call. Simple to say, I'm voting for this person. Now you are there talking about the reasons why you are not voting.
No.
Wait,
I said,
wait.
well, I'm not voting. I'm going to vote.
Yeah.
I'm going to be in Iowa.
Yeah. You are your opinion leader. You got your person that you work with. You praise him. But you are here talking about you can't campaign. You can't fight the other person. You can't even say as a politician or as an opinion leader or as an advocate. You can't say who you are. Wait now, let me finish now. Who you are voting for. Because why? Here's the reason. The reason I'm going after you is because the reasons that you are giving. I work with this man. The other person is my auntie. The other person is my uncle. The other person brought me to America. So you are giving reasons why you could possibly vote for them, regardless of the fact if they are not qualified. And then George made a point that you work with this man for I don't know how long. The entire chapter has endorsed this person, and everyone is going towards that person. Yet and still, you can't come up to say, I will do this or I can't do this because you don't want to jeopardize a relationship with the other person. The other auntie brought you, uncle this, and my wife's sister, brother, uncle, auntie. So how can we take you seriously when you come here to go after any leader?
CEO. I'm speaking from experience in unique election. There are things that happen during election about asking the power. George here knows why I didn't ask the campaign. Very better campaign will win here. I can show you the other side who lost the election. They have refused to respond to some of our calls, even with speed in public. Because we took as a side. The team that lost the election, when they see other woman, they don't speak to us with speed and they don't respond. So they tell you, Unico, people take issue personal in Unico. Georgia will tell you about that one day. People take things personal in Unico. The reason I'm silent, I'm going to vote. And I'll vote the best person that will lead Unico. But the reason I can't come out now to campaign is those two kids near call have very tight relationship with them. And now be careful. I have a feature for you, Unico. I don't want to damage you right now.
Oh, but take it.
If I take some now, it will be the worst thing ever. As a politician, John will not agree. The real George now said now is even John, they want to George to contest. He rejected it. That's George here. People want to George to contest. The reason I'm saying this is I say how age in my favor in Unico. Any mistake I made now, I would damage that step in Unico.
Yeah, that's fine, man. I'm not even talking about Unico. We're talking about general stuff. So the next time you come on here to criticize, the next time you come here to criticize somebody in Liberia, people will say, man, you can't even come out to announce who you're voting for.
People who understand the terrain, the political terrain, will understand what I came from. And besides that, CEO,
man, we got to put something.
CEO for me in Chris defense here. I think Chris is in a very tight spot right now. And Chris has worked with Mr. Van Gogh for a long time, and he has seen his weaknesses. And I believe that Chris knows that this guy is not qualified to become president of Unico. Because if you work with, in fact, Chris is not just an ordinary member of the North Dakota chapter.
Exactly, that's my point.
A senior member of the North Dakota chapter. And if you are coming up, so Chris has already been going through a lot. Although the chapter is saying that we are going to put out a candidate and all of us should give our support to that candidate because he happens to come from our chapter. And then Chris on the other side, he said, you know what? We got to vet people based on credibility. I've seen this guy. I've seen his weaknesses. And I've seen that he cannot really do anything. So therefore, the best I can do here is, but we all know that blood is thicker than water. So Chris will go on the other side and go vote because blood is thicker than water. And he has seen this guy's weaknesses and he would not give that vote. That is clear.
And that's my point. I agree with you, George.
CO.
So he's
As I
leaving it
said-
now for interpretation. You see what George doing? You
Yeah,
left
no,
everything,
no, every
just grabbing
politician,
interpreter the way he
every
wants to interpret.
politician will interpret the way they understand, right? But for me, I have the best interpretation because in my action.
Well, then your
Right?
followers will follow interpret it
No,
differently.
no, my father understands. See, before I do this, their family, my immediate family from the same pine with 3 in North Dakota. The father, what's it called? I had 2 brothers here that consulted for the past 2 months on the decision. So it was nothing I just rushed with.
Chris, we are not holding this against you because you made the right decision not to support President Van Gun, and because he's not qualified.
Or not support a VP. Not
That's
Van Gun
why.
alone. Not the other support a VP. You don't know. So the issue is, George. You were
But
not
man, it's not the show is not about you, Chris.
Yeah,
You
so let me make-
flip flopping.
Yeah,
So
let me-
George, give us your party comment in 2 minutes. Yeah, don't mind it. We're gonna listen.
Yeah,
to Chris.
CEO, it was a good show. And to be honest, I just want to acknowledge President Van Gon for taking that time to really come here and just talk to his people. You know, the platform is open to everybody when you have to discuss. Come on, let's talk about it. Sometimes the question will be tough, but we want to hear from you. We want to tap into your knowledge so that at least you can lay your platform to us. And Siawete, you made some great point. And some of these questions that you asked, these are questions that people really want to listen to or just to give a feedback from, right? So this show was really good, and I wish President Van Gon well. He got a lot of hills to climb. The fact that his Secretary General denounced him is a big thing that he got to work with. I'm not sure. Maybe the Financial Secretary might denounce him as well.
No,
So
I
he
haven't
got a
denounced
lot of
anybody
things
yet.
that he's got to
Joe,
work
I
on
haven't
right
denounced
now.
anybody yet. Joe, I haven't denied
So
anybody
he got a
yet.
lot of things that he got to work on right now. But Tim Nelson McKay, I believe right now because President Van Gon did not help himself. He did not help himself. When you look at North Dakota, he had not implemented any project, 0 project. There is no functional database for North Dakota. He is still struggling to have membership on board. So I believe he did not really help himself in this conversation here tonight. And I hope that when he comes back, he can redeem himself.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. George. I don't know whether Siawete has spoken.
No, Siawete next. The next Chris and top today.
Okay.
I will be the last. That ain't talk.
Okay. You gave me
Go ahead,
take a side public day, but man, I'm not ready for you. I can't be for you.
Mr. Van Gon did a very good job tonight. And I can say for a fact, when Georgie said the gentleman did not have tangible, I think, in other words, someone having 40-some thousand in their account is a huge achievement as a chapter. And he did well. And I think from what he said here tonight, they might have some challenges, but on the overall, they are doing their best on what they can do. His presentation was splendid, and this is what we need and what we need in the community, because people go into these processes, they should showcase what they can do for our people. We'll ask them a hard question, and as time goes by, we will invite them one by one, even up to the day of the election. We hope to have debate with the various contestants here on this platform. But when I listened to my brother Chris, I saw him struggling because leadership is very difficult. Sometimes, like the CEO put it very rightly, we will say all the worst thing about people who's in leadership. But just to exhibit common leadership here today, Chris is flip-flopping. I see that statement Chris made, I think it's deceitful. For me, if I'm contesting and then my secretary tells me he's not making position, be man enough and say, I'm supporting this person, then you give the cost. But you put a person, that political chicanery, you place them, justifying. Look, leadership, that's why you see today when President Bouaga said during his administration, he didn't appoint his sister, in fact, his son, this person. Yes, you'll be clear because he didn't support his son. But you telling us today Nepotism is being practiced by Chris. You serve as secretary to your president, he telling us because your auntie, your uncle, this person connected. So for me, in my mind, it was better to be very calculative, to not even appear on any of these shows when these guys come on. But coming on the show, you showcase your weakness. For me, that's how I see it. Because your appearance, obviously, he's from your chapter, and he needs your support. You are the sitting secretary. For me, I feel that it's unjustifiable. For me, even if I'm Vengon, if you listen to Vengon closing statement, listen to Vengon closing statement. You are above 18. You are man enough to make decision for yourself. That shows that being very inconsistent. That been very inconsistent. So for me, I'm not lashing at you, but I feel that if you are not supporting Vengon, you should give reason. I'm not supporting, and so I'm voting for this person, but you cannot vote for two persons at the same time. So I feel that statement, you need to retract that statement and make your position very clear before the election. You talking about relationship in UNICO. There are always been election when you're not even born in UNICO from 1970 till now, 1979. So who told you there are not being election? There will always be election. And even after us, before us, there were election. And after us, there will be election. So if that's the calculation, then why do we practice the tenet of democracy? How did he get elected? The people elect you because they didn't want to fall in problem with other people in North Dakota. So some of these things, for me, like the CEO said, we take it very serious. I take it very serious with you. Your advocacy these days, it will fall on a very fluff, it will be.
Because it give you the party, that's all.
No, not about the party. Look, we are discussing leadership here. You represent a chapter. So that excuse, I feel that is feeble, and you need to withdraw that particular statement. Mr. Vengon, I think he need to strategize, because if he getting calls from you, I think he will just listen to you. But if me, as politician, go into a process, I need people who will be definite with me. That's all. But on the side of Vengon, he have a very brilliant presentation, and for the record, to tell this platform, and it's proving that he got 48,000 or plus in his account, I think it's an achievement. We must give it all to him, and the current leadership of UNICO also need to, see reason to give him the credit, and you, Chris, to also give him the credit as well as your outgoing president. Thank you, CEO.
Thank you very much. Chris, I know you were coming, but let me go to my man Vengon. What you saying here tonight, I don't have anything to say about that. Vengon did extremely well. He's good. Even though I'm not voting, but Vengon is good. He did extremely well. And I think I understand Chris' point where he's coming from. This is politics and this is relationship. These are two separate things. I've seen Siawete on the show here before saying that I will not go after this other person because we have relationship. Even if the person is not.
I come in now. I ask them question. I don't stay away.
No. No, I'm not saying question now.
No, Gion.
No,
don't
Siawete, I'm not saying question. Siawete, I'm not saying question. I'm saying
every other guest that come on the show, as a matter of fact, I got very
always say how
the person. That's why I
no,
Siawete, how we get relationship and
Siawete, I'm not saying you don't ask people questions. You are one of those that ask tough questions on the show here. I'm saying you tell people that I have relationship with these people, no matter what happened, I will not do this, I will not do that, especially when it comes to criticizing them publicly. And I can call you names that you can't criticize them publicly because of the relationship you people got. Number one is Mark Leon. You got other people that you say you can't go after them when they do certain things because you know that y'all go behind the scene to talk. Good. Now, Chris to have relationship with people.
But
this is
no, let me come right there because it's media, right? My position with Honorable Leon, right? Mike is my personal friend. When the senatorial election, I told myself I support that Honorable Koga.
So I come in now. Let me finish.
Gompu Kagon is my own big brother, but during the election, when he took his side, we took our side as an institution. That's what we say.
So I come in now. Chris now is speaking of somebody definite. He's not saying, oh, we got the other relationship. He's talking about blood here. You know, that's something that we all need to understand too as well. Even though politics will be played, but he wants to protect the relationship that he get with those people, and he don't want for politics to play with them. But Chris, here is my advice to you. For you to be considered a very serious person in society, you need to say some things and you stand by those things. Number one, in political decision making, you need to hurt other people and satisfy other people. Everybody will not be satisfied at the same time. Who told you that the way you supporting CDC, Unity Party, people not first? People are angry.
Family members. Yeah,
Family members are angry.
Different side.
So the issue about politics, sometimes you need to put family business aside and take a very definite position. At this point in time, anything you do in Unico today comes May 24th. We set a record for you tomorrow and we speak vibrantly for you. And I would advise you that you should make a public stand, take a public
and the likes of Van Gogh and other people might still do the same thing to
take
you.
Tell Van Gogh, say, Van Gogh, we have a relationship, but then I cannot support you because of XYZ reason. That doesn't mean our relationship is spoiled. Tell the other person, say, okay, we have a relationship, I cannot support you because of XYZ reason. This is politics and it will pass today, but our relationship will stay. You know, make that position definite. Why do you think you can tell DK, say, I will not vote for you, DK? You got a relationship with DK, right? You and DK, you are friends, close friends. You know DK very well, but you told DK that you will not vote for him because he didn't tell you that you were contesting. So I need you to make a definite position, my brother.
Jim.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Vengo last statement out. Joe was just focusing on CRT, right? Vengo knows who I am. Joe Freya knows who I am and energy I have in Unico. And not just Unico, North Dakota. We can make our name Unico national. No matter things happen. I don't back or I don't run away from fight. They know me Unico. If I rather find my chest to the body, this is what happened. You don't understand that June started from the previous stage, right? People want me to come public in the chat room to say this, I will not do it. It's clear. You know the reason? See what they were talking about family negotiation. See what they? There's a word called grateful, and there's a word called ingrateful. Right? I will never be part of that word ingrateful. This is why I know people will have their own saying.
So where are you applying now?
I'm applying this.
Where is he applying?
I consulted my family.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately people from the same part. And those are people that are veteran before me. So they're going to law school now. They sat with me here. And I put the quants, they done the quants before them. And they gave me the best option. And the best option is to be neutral in the process. Let me be careful.
No, you are not neutral.
I come in, say what I come in, talk.
If you no,
right?
let me just hold you there because if you say there's a word
no,
grateful and ingredient, that's where the whole conversation
the reason I
starts.
said that because I'll come to that point where I spoke on. When I'm in Liberia, you don't know me. When I'm in Liberia, I come in. When I'm in Liberia, you don't know me. Nobody in America know me. Not President Van Gogh. I come in, just wait, see you are coming. Somebody, my sister brought me here in this country, right? I come here, just wait.
Oh, we are you, man?
Yeah, my sister brought me in this country, right? I
won't sleep on now.
I come in now, just wait. I work with a husband for the past 4 years. I met President Van Gogh. He has been like a big brother to me. We have a very close relationship, of course. The first lady on the battle bus, the VP on the battle bus, my father have a family tie. I don't know her in the America too. It's very similar if you're going looking. Now, I may not go by my advice, say, oh, great, and she had never done so, okay, I'm going to be my team. The only thing she tell me is do the best thing for yourself. But now, her husband said, G and her brother in this country, the only other side of the coins. Vengo myself, I would have given her past 3 years. If I tell Vengon side to run campaign against the woman that brought me this country, I become ingrate to her. I will not do it. Now, Vengon and Sarah have been very close, work together. There are things we share in common. If I tell my family people side of fire, Vengon will be ingrate to him because that's something we have done together. The best way I can do today or tomorrow, let me allow Bono for the battle. When we reach to the battle bus, we'll catch our vote for the best candidate for Unico. But if people think, I'll repeat.
Chris, let me ask you something. Chris, let me ask you one question.
Yeah.
You are anticipating or contesting electoral district 6. You are anticipating that. The entire people of district 6, they are interrelated. You know, they are intertwined. They got a relationship with everybody. So you think if you go there and people start saying, "Oh, Chris is on the ballot," I come here. People start saying, "Oh, Chris is on the ballot. Mark Leon is on the ballot. The other person on the ballot," and we know all of them. We will not go to make our position definite to vote for them. Do you
That's
think it will
why
be okay?
that I want to maintain my relationship with Vengon and my family because I will need that support tomorrow. If I tell Vengon side now,
No, but why coming happy now is that Vengon will not trust you anymore.
I told Vengon before, and I stand by. Even I told the VP, if I have money, they both candidates, I will get them money. That's me.
Thank you, Chris.
That's me. I come in. They both candidates. If I have money, I will get them money to run a campaign. They both candidates.
Thank you, Chris. We are out of time.
I will not go in the chat room to tear anybody down. I did it for Asa before. I still had a blazer on my skin.
No, but Chris, politics don't say you tear somebody down.
No.
You can take a position. You don't have to tear somebody down.
Position I thought is where I end to be neutral.
Thank you.
That's it.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you, Mr. George. Thank you, CEO. Thank you, Siawete. Thank you guys for being here. We're going to be on the show again tomorrow. Our guests will be announced for tomorrow. I don't know who is coming tomorrow. Maybe the CEO can do that before we go.
I think Siawete will get your man tomorrow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're supposed to be hosting Honorable Yekese Kui.
Yeah, we'll take it 4 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Good. So Yekese will be our guest here tomorrow on the show, and we will be here with another brand new edition.
I look forward to seeing you to criticize him tomorrow on the show.
Man,
thank you.
I look forward
Thank you to our followers.
You know me on this show.
All of our listeners for listening to us here tonight. Have a pleasant good night.
The man have come on the show 2 times. You have never criticized.